Okay. So that happened. Chat. That's what we're doing today. There we go. I don't like how y'all hate. I have this reputation for just not streaming all of a sudden, huh? Okay. Name a more consistent 1v1 YouTuber streamer. Huh? You can't. Okay. Monday through Friday, we're here. Okay. I just had a couple mishaps, maybe. Once or twice, I might have lied. All right. I'm not perfect. Okay. I'm not. Contrary to popular belief. I know a lot of people have been saying it, but it's not true. I'm not perfect. One day, how we doing? Neville, DC, Alvaro, G1, Ghost. Alvaro already said that. The one time a platform comes to Chicago, you will be traveling. What? Dallas don't stream? Hold on. You might get back to it, but at the moment, okay, presently, who streams more? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, DMF. Sometimes you gotta just let them know, remind them. What do you mean my coach isn't perfect? I have my days, I have my days. I'm only like 99, 98% perfect. Sorry, setting up another interview. No big deal. At this hour? You? All right. So we might just jump straight into it because usually I talk for like an hour before we get into our videos, but we did that. We already did that. We already did an interview. We already talked for an hour. Eugene versus C4. I think based off of just the games they've had on YouTube, Eugene, but he's also got a way smaller sample size, just one game. C4 is taller. And that's always just tough to overcome, that height and athleticism. But I mean, that's a game that could go either way. It could really go either way. And if I had to put money down, always going to be on my Oklahoma guy. Am I eating trail mix? Hibachi Mike, I am eating trail mix. I'm eating trail mix. So one thing I don't do a good job of when I stream or when I'm on the computer for like extended period of time, I won't eat. But then what happens is when I'm done, I'm starving. So then I'll just, instead of like choosing something healthy, I'll go to the quickest, most convenient thing to eat. So usually we'll have, I don't know, if whatever there is to just grab for food, I'll just eat. So if I can make sure I have some trail mix or something else like a granola bar or something while I'm streaming, keeps me from doing that when I'm done. Yeah, Archie was cool. Yeah, it was a really fun interview. That was really fun. We're setting up another one for hopefully tomorrow. Not with Archie, but actually I should try an interview like C4 too. C4 has a super high ceiling, but I could see him losing to people he shouldn't lose to. And the only reason I see that is just literally lack of games played. Rob versus Nas. Weed McDonald's. not today, Junior. Not today. Big bowl of grapes. See, I'm not really a fruit person. Fruit just like, even when I'm hungry, like sometimes I'll crave fruit, but it's like, oh man, that fruit was really good. Now, What is there to eat? Like, I like fruit, but really the only time I really eat fruit and I feel fulfilled is like in a, sometimes I buy these at the grocery store. Do you guys have Safeway where you're at? At the Safeway, they have these overnight oats and yogurt and then some fruit. So usually strawberry, blueberry, something like that. You can just buy, it'll be like, you can buy 3 for like $8. So I'll just have that for breakfast. I'll buy like 3 of those, and then I'll wake up in the morning, and again, cause I don't want to cook anything. I don't want to prepare anything. I'm just going to go grab the most convenient food. Well, those are easy to eat. They're decently healthy. Exactly. Never go to the grocery store while you're hungry. It's basically the same principle. I know, like the way my brain works, I put off food. I put off eating food when I'm hyper focused on something, and then all of a sudden I'll just be like, man, I'm really hungry. Did I already watch C4 and Mike Bruce? I did not. That comes out today, right? That comes out today. So I don't watch any games on my own anymore. I watch them on. I wait to break them down on stream. Because there's just so much basketball that I can just watch it later. Did you record a reaction for C4 versus Mike Bruce, or are you waiting? I haven't seen it. I don't even know who wins. I don't really care. Like, again, I'm not like a react YouTuber to where it's like, oh, it has to be a genius. Whoa, I didn't know that was going to happen. But it does add to my breakdowns when I'm breaking down a game and I don't know who wins. It's still more fun to do it that way. But so I'm not too worried about spoiling. Like, if I would rather not be spoiled with games, but I mean, I don't think it negatively impacts my content like it would if I was like if I was a react YouTuber, it'd be a little different. Think it's a great snack while watching stuff, but if you're hungry, yeah, probably not fruit. How do you think a pre-injury LP would fare in the scene? I don't know. Because I think it's more the LP, it's more the mental side for the one-on-one scene. And not even saying his mentality is bad. It's just like, it takes a really weird, like, relentless attitude. It's not just about basketball skill. It's like there's another, like I said, it's like boxing. It's like MMA. It's like wearing down your opponent. And the way LP plays is just not that. He's like an explosive scorer, an explosive creator. This is going to be an elite breakdown. Spoils are rough. C4 versus Mike today. Need that reaction. I think in sports it's more about how they win instead of who won. Yeah, most times. Well, one of the things I say all the time when it comes to coaching, training, playing, I'm a process-driven coach or a process-driven player, not results-based. So you can't just show me stats and be like, Lakers beat Houston, therefore Lakers are better. Sometimes it's like, well, you got to take into account Kevin Durant didn't play, and the Lakers hit this many threes. The Houston Rockets were taking the right shots. They just went, there's always more context. I'm not even saying that's what actually happened. I think the Houston Rockets without Kevin Durant are hopeless. But yeah, I'm really big on process driven, not results driven. So like, we use this example quite a bit. Keem versus Joseph Lewis is the perfect example of that. Like, that game went down to the wire. If Joseph Lewis would have won, I don't think people would have been like, man, Keem sucks. Couldn't even beat Joseph. But then the other way around too, Keem won, and I haven't heard one person downplay Joseph Lewis, because it's like, damn, that game could have gone either way. BJ should be a top 5 player. More so about the games too. Did I see Pep's watch ups for his event? No, I haven't seen anything. Yo, what up, Dev? You've had players in the gym when Eugene was cooking current NBA players? Yeah, but Dev, there's levels to this. Eugene, an NBA player would never lose to a non-NBA player. What's up, Carl? Castro in here too? Hey, Carl, do you have any friends that are like, Coral? Name that meme. Moon versus Dang. I don't know. I mean, Moon experience-wise, right? That's a safe bet, but Dang is gosh dang good. Eugene is typical NBA talent, not NBA height. For sure. There's a ton of guys out there like that have the skill level, but just weren't blessed with the genetics. Cap? Cap what? Oh, I was being sarcastic. Rick Grimes. The monkey from Cartoon Network was the story of my childhood. Coral. Kind of leaning towards Dang. Mead got to get on OTD. That'd be dope to see. Oh, Dev, we're about to watch the Bones Hyland video you posted. Hi, I'm Carl. Somebody get Davo back on live. I'll send him a message. I'll see what he thinks. Mead would be fun to see in a game against some of the mid-tier guys. What happened to Tyrannus? He's in Australia. He's overseas. The monkey from Jimmy Neutron. Maybe that's who he's talking about, Ghost. Bones about to cook. Hey, Dev, I don't know if you're still in here, but what's the context between this game? Can you give us the background? I feel like I kind of know what it was. Or maybe he says it in the video. If Dang get a mid-range, he'll be dangerous. No, he has a mid-range. Dang definitely has a mid-range. That's probably his favorite. That's his comfort spot. I think he needs a consistent three-pointer. And not even like a crazy one, but just something like when they do have their hand down, you can make it 50% of the time. Would Terry Rozier join the space? Probably, because he'd be able to bet on himself. Scoob is playing someone that was in the NBA. Jonathan Simmons. Hold on. I can't really play too much of that because I'll get copyrighted, but Jonathan Simmons, I remember watching him play for the Spurs, and he was a G League guy. Jonathan Simmons was the original Alex Caruso. So Alex Caruso was like a G League guy that was just hard-nosed, like dive on every loose ball, like just work his ass off, and then got an opportunity to play for the Bulls, I guess it was. Was it OKC first, then the Bulls, and back to OKC, or was it to the Bulls? Anyways, wherever he was. Lakers? I don't remember. But he was basically just like a hard worker and energy guy and did whatever it took to win. And then once he got to the NBA, it showed like, oh, that's actually why they picked him up, not to come in and be a 20, 30 point per game scorer. But once he got to the NBA, he was there. Like he was just dunking on everybody. That game isn't getting talked about enough. Wait, which one? Coach got that dry. Rozier betting on himself is crazy. He's been doing it his whole life. I think it's a tougher game than Nas and Gerald Green. Oh, Scoob Simmons. Yeah, it'll be really good. Does his jumper need to be quicker? Nah, he elevates high enough. It doesn't matter. He kind of has a jumper like Mead does. Like you're not going to block him. Once they elevate and get it through their line, like to their shot pocket, once they're up here, like there's nobody really going to block Dang like consistently. And if you do, now you can shot fake and step through and stuff. So Dang's fine. He really only needs the three-pointer to open up his game. Surprised LiAngelo Ball didn't step into the ones. Nah, it's beneath him. That's beneath him. All right, let's do this. My YouTube premium account. All right. Oh, that's right. They talked about this briefly in their winning formula pod. That's where I saw it. So that's why I saw the extra context for this game. So Dev in the lab, and I haven't seen the original. You guys were telling me to always react to Dev in the lab versus Bones Hyland. So maybe we'll go back and watch that one. But apparently Bones was upset that Dev rated him as like A tier or like S tier, but not as good as Kyrie or something like that. So Bones said he was offended. He was offended by that and wanted to play Dev again. And that's why he decided to be more aggressive this next time. So Dev in the lab, go like, go subscribe. Let's watch this video.
Oh. I'm close enough. Just threw that shit up. He just throwing it. That's what the fuck I do. Close enough. Just threw that shit up. He just throwing it. That's what the fuck I do. I'm a fucking killer. That's it, man. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all this story.
Oh, okay. So there is breakdown. There is a context. Okay.
Yeah, I promise you, this is why I stopped playing basketball, and not because I wanted to, because Bones Hyland, he single-handedly forced me to stop playing basketball. He's a dread-headed demon. I never played against anybody this good one-on-one. I'm positive I played against y'all gotta understand who I am though. For those of you who don't know,
you're not an audio mixer. That's what you aren't. Damn.
I really practice that stuff. Like I really do. Everybody loved that and everybody enjoyed the show. Did you have somewhere to be or no?
Is it quiet? Is it quiet to you guys, or can you hear it?
I'm good one-on-one. Anybody who really knows me know that's what I do. Like I'm good one-on-one. I beat a lot of NBA players, and I got fried by a lot of one-on-one players or NBA players. So like one thing I always understood is just because you're good ISO does not mean, and this is coming at a great time because of this whole Austin Rivers situation. Just because you're good ISO does not mean that you're a good one-on-one player, because it comes with a lot. Just because you made the NBA, I'm telling you, I beat a lot of NBA guys one-on-one bad. You know, I understood that not everybody that makes it to that level is a good one-on-one player. They're just good in a team setting, or some of them, like Bones Hyland, they've been doing it their whole lives. For you to be a good one-on-one player, you got to play it, because you have to guard both ends. That's what makes it so different. We're going to have to talk about that later. Now, you need to understand this. So this is back when I was doing the rankings. You guys saw me do Spencer Dinwiddie and a few other players, right? But I was going through a time like I was feeling really good, and I never forget it because I was playing, and I'm beating the brakes off of people. I'm not even gonna lie. I was beating the brakes. I was taking an L here and there, but for the most part, I was feeling good. But if you're like me and you're 30 plus, sometimes you don't know when you're gonna have a good day. Sometimes you're having a good day, and then the next day or 2 days after that, you're like a shell of yourself. You know, one day you're dunking, the next day you can't even stop on a dunk. So it's just like, some of y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. When you get to 30, everything changes. And I'm not a type of person that took care of their body. A lot of people don't know this, but my dad was a Major League Baseball player. So I inherited like a lot of athleticism from him. Like I was dunking early, you know, but I never really trained it like that. So you need to understand that before I tell you this.
That is what a lot of MLB players are known for, is their dunking.
So playing against Spencer, I'll never forget it. I took like maybe 1,000 milligrams worth of ibuprofen. I remember I had some in my pocket, and I had to have it.
Dev, you just walking around with ibuprofen in your pocket? Mid-game, you just popping ibuprofen, son?
Because I got hurt playing against Mike Smith. I busted my heel, and I couldn't really. If you ever hurt your heel, you'll know that, bro. It's like you can't explode, you can't land, you can't jump on your toe. It's like really frustrating. So I was blue in the face off of ibuprofen, and I was able to get through that day. If you look, I had something on my heel, but I had something on my knee too. So I had a little something going on with that. He fried me, whatever. I know I'm not better than Spencer did
when you guys were asking what I was eating. This is actually just a bowl full of ibuprofen. Always keep some around in a bowl nearby. I keep some in my pockets.
Playing against these NBA guys, I understand one thing. If they get hurt, it comes back on me. So I'm like, I ain't about to get it. I make sure nobody get hurt. long story short, I just wanted to get all the rankings. That was my only goal, is just get rankings and, you know, like really highlight players and show that these NBA guys can hoop. And it wasn't so much for me to win. At the time, like about a month later, I took like a break, just trying to get this heel better. And I hit Bones Hyland, and he hit me right back. I was like, oh, shoot, like, I didn't expect that. He was like, yeah, come up here anytime. Like, you come up here, like, you know, whatever, a week from now. So I was like, oh, shoot. So I guess, you know, I got in the gym for about a few days, tried to get right. You guys know the story. He fried me that first time. I never forget Nesco, when I was about to play against Bones the first time, he was like, yeah, hey, I don't know, Dev. Like, that's a different dude. And I'm just like, what? Like, can't be that kid, right? He's like, nah, trust me, like, there's nobody that's messing with him like that. And I was like, dang, like, for him to say it, because you gotta remember, I had played against Nesco. I forgot what month it was, but Nesco was good too. But Bones, he's different, y'all. He's different. You gotta remember, this is when I was coming back from San Francisco when I met Ryan Perilla. So like during these times, like I was frying people. And I was on ibuprofen that day too.
I didn't realize this was a sponsored video for ibuprofen. Damn.
So when I played against Bones, like it was, you know, I got me a game, but he was just frying me. I took some time off, and Bones hit me like just to come up there. What y'all don't know about Bones is Bones just hoop. Even if he in the NBA season, he wasn't playing in the Clippers, so I was getting calls from dudes like, hey, yo, Bones up here frying everybody. I was like, I told y'all he good. He was like, yeah, it was like nothing we could do. So, and all this is gonna come full circle what I'm gonna tell you. So I'm studying all Bones film when he hit me up to play like another time, right? And I came up, but I knew I wasn't ready, but I'm like, you know what? I can't pass this up. I remember looking at myself, I put on this outfit, I'm like, why do I look fat? I just look so fat in this outfit. Like, I don't remember it fitting this tight because I was strong, because I wasn't like.
Oh, so he's going to say he took so much ibuprofen that the rest of his body swelled up to compensate. Yep.
I was lifting, but I wasn't doing no cardio though. So, but either way, I'm on timing. And I knew my heel wasn't all the way right. Man, it was the worst mistake that I've made in a long time, basketball-wise.
Got a piece, got a piece. Oh, he on my what? You know it. Oh, I missed it. Shot, boy.
Yeah, this is like that Rick James, the Dave Chappelle skit. Shoot the J, shoot it.
Get out there. Like, I knew a lot of his moves, and I knew it was a few moves that I just couldn't stop no matter what. Because this is, I'm telling you what I know, this is a different type of monster right here. So,
2-1. You know I'm gonna take that one. I still want, no. 4.
Game. Blouses.
Peace out. Peace. Not so fast.
playing good defense, I'm hitting shots, I win the first spot. Like, I'm like, all right. You know, I know, like I said, I know he gonna kill me eventually, but I'm gonna give me a couple spots, bro. It didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted.
Good ball. Losing that bitch though. 3.
He starts hitting shots, and I'm like, all right. I knew this was coming. I'm ready for it though. Like, I'm about to, sit down. He does this move, and I think he stops on a dime, and
If Bones played a 1v1, it's kind of weird, right? Because you would say, oh, well, obviously it has to be someone taller. So someone kind of in the heavyweight division, but none of those guys are staying in front of him. It almost have to be like BJ at least would be able to be explosive offensively, but I don't think he'd be able to stop Bones at all. Keem, I feel like Keem would have the best chance, but still, like, I think he's giving up some height too, right?
Got it.
Golly.
Fucking heel, man.
boom, my heel. I just feel it right away. And this is like the second game. I was on piss, second or third game. And I knew it was going to be a bad day, but I had some ibuprofen in my pocket.
All right, this is a sponsor. Where's the ad? Okay, where's the sponsor? Where's the sponsor segment? Oh. Hold on. I saw it, guys. I found it. I found Detective Midrange. At it again. The ad. There's an ad at 100 seconds in this video. Ad at 100. So when it gets to 100, he's got to mention ibuprofen. So every time. Okay, I'll see what's going on.
So I popped the ibuprofen when he wasn't looking. So I'm just hoping that it kicks in.
I'll try it. Oh, yeah, we good.
And boy, when I tell you that he went off.
Bump. That brace right there. Oh. He good, come on.
Sure?
I'll let you know when I can.
Okay, I bet over there.
Oh, I missed it. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh.
We love pressure. We love pressure. We love pressure. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He feeling it, huh?
First is a warm-up game, baby. We warm now.
Nah, rush me don't work. I love pressure too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. I thought I held you off.
Wingspan, baby.
What the heck?
Wingspan, Dad.
Have I ever had an injured heel? Yeah, I have. No fun.
What the way? Step back.
I like that. Get on me. Like that.
All right, go. Good ball.
There was nothing I could do. I thought I was playing good defense. Nothing was affecting his shot. I remember him asking.
How tall is Bones? Got to be like 6'3", right? 6'4"?
Yeah, I need to stop, bro. But the pride in me was just like, all right, I got to lay some buck. I redeemed myself because, you know, last time was bad. I got to at least earn some type of respect. I actually lost it this day. He went on a rampage.
Oh, hold on, chap. Went for a steal. A little hezzy.
Never forget, he went into the camera after I won, and then he won another one. He was just like,
No, Dad.
Bones is 6'2". Oh, he looked taller than Dev.
Straight as an arrow.
Hell no.
2-0.
He's not gonna win another game. The first one was a warm-up. Going for the hezzy. We're not going for 3. We're not going for that shit, man.
The only reason I knew there was a Nesco connection to Bones Hyland is because when we watched Bones' first 1v1 online, which was like 12 years ago or something, Nesco was there at the park, like a little kid Nesco.
Would you taking a foul too?
It was.
My bad.
it was bad. I mean, he was talking trash to me, and, you know, normally I'm like the best trash talker, you know? I had nothing to say. And you may be wondering sometimes, like, on some of these clips, like, where are my buckets? I wasn't getting them. He beat me 15-2, and I want to say he beat me 15-0 one game.
Oh, that shit you talking about. Oh, that shit.
Half more, yep.
Some of the games were slightly competitive, but I never forget it because I'm dog tired. He even pointed it out.
I'm getting out for 2. I think I'm winning.
And he wasn't close to tired either. He was attacking me like a cone. Like I felt like a cone. And what made it worse is I was trying to make some moves and drive to the basket. I couldn't get that explosion that I wanted. Insult to injury, he started calling out my moves, and he may have blocked my shot about 8 times.
Nah, Nas is like Nas is also 6'2", pretty sure. Nas like 6'1", 6'2".
This is 2.
Say that to him, yo. Fuck him up.
He fucked me up.
Box. Come on,
I can't move right now. I'm pissed off.
And what made it worse, like, when you get tired, that's why I always talk about people getting tired. Because I'm a prime example. When I get tired, I smoke layups, I'll airball, I do all kind of stuff that just not like, it doesn't feel like me.
Now, I feel like Bones is taller than Nas.
But it's me. It's just the tired version of myself.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
He kept hitting me with the same move. This between the leg step back. And the crazy thing about him, he can do it both ways.
Maybe.
Dev's not injured. He already said he took an ibuprofen. It's a senso bean. It's like a sensu bean from Dragon Ball Z. If you have 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen, it instantly reverts you back to your prime. So there's no excuse here. He had an ibuprofen mid game.
I'm here, though. I want to foul that one. I gotta just hand check you, bro.
He's checking me up from half court and shooting the ball from the logo like every time. And I'm not used to guarding people that can shoot that far. When he hang dribbles, the ball is so far away from me that I just can't.
Oh, shit. My fault.
Because you look at him and think, like, man, this dude's really light. Like, I'm about to be bodying him. You're wrong. You're not gonna body him, and you're not gonna be physical because he wants you to be physical, and then he uses all your weight and all your force against you. I don't know if his bones weigh more or something, but the dude is strong. It was just one clip that he drove hard left and he dropped me.
Oh, damn.
Oh!
That body, man.
Oh, my fucking God!
Why I can't take the shoulder?
Oh!
Now, as I'm seeing him celebrate, I look at my cameraman and he's laughing at me. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a lot worse than I actually thought it was. I remember towards some of the last games, my ibuprofen started kicking in. I'm just like, all right, like, let me lock back in. So I started, playing some good defense here and there.
Check out. Oh. Six up. Yeah, make you pay.
Bruh, what brand of ibuprofen is this? So I might play a one-on-one tomorrow if y'all give me a bag of them ibuprofens.
Yep.
I know. Get up.
Started getting some buckets, and I had game point. I'm like, oh yeah, about to go. At least I can end on a good note. Because if I win, I'm the top player. If I win, I'm out. Like, I'm gone. Like,
Game time. Oh.
Yeah.
Lost his ibuprofen powers.
He did what Bones Hyland does, bro.
Close enough. Don't shoot that. I'm close enough. Oh. I'm close enough. Just threw that shit up. He just throwing it.
That's what the fuck I do! I'm a fucking killer!
That's sure, man. He embarrassed me.
Game. Blouses.
It was terrible. What's crazy
Dev,
is
the
I was in
pharmacist.
bed and nobody was in the gym. It was just 3 people, me, Bones, and my cameraman. But it felt like it was a crowd watching me. And what made me feel a little bit better is when I got a call and like 3 or 4 texts from NBA guys. And one of them called me. He was like, yeah, bro, like, I can't guard him either. Like, it was a nightmare guarding him in practice. I was like, oh, God. I'm glad I'm not the only person that was going through that. You see Bones Hyland? You saw him on the bench of the Clippers, and I was swearing to people like, hey, look, y'all got a demon on this bench y'all don't even know about. If he doesn't get in the game, they're doing the team, the franchise, a disservice because he's the real deal. There is nobody that I ever played against that's better than Bones Hyland one-on-one. I got a text from Terry Hosley, and he was like, yeah, that boy cold. Like, and he sent me some footage of him in the Brunson League. He said he came late and dropped 70 points. And I've seen footage of him in the Miami Pro League or something, and he's just going nuts. I think he got the MVP, won a championship, but Bones Hyland is the best one-on-one player I've ever played against, and I want everybody to know it. And all this I've seen the Austin Rivers clips. It's no disrespect. Austin Rivers is not that old. He's not that old. There's nothing he could do or anybody. It's not just the Austin Rivers thing. They cannot beat Bones Hyland. And I would love to see you try it. I'll set it up. I know a way that NBA players can play one-on-one on Ballers Live. I'll set it up. I'll put the paper up. You can't beat him. You can't beat him. And he'll tell you that too, to this day. But I'll never play against him again. I'll never play against Bones Hyland again. I'm going to just watch from afar and laugh at everybody, and I'm going to tell him I told you so. Because he's the toughest cover that I've ever had to deal with. And I played against a lot of your favorite players.
This man, whoever called that earlier, it's so funny. This was like the Dev, I know you ain't here. This was like the Rick James Dave Chappelle skit. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. This was comedy. This was a dope video though. I like these. Dev, you should definitely do more of these if you got other video, even if you're playing new players or whatever. I think this is pretty dope. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll see you on the next one. That was comedy. Hold on. Greatest storyteller in the 1v. Exactly. The Morgan Freeman of 1v1s. What if Austin Rivers was off ibuprofen? Bones is different. Bones versus Nas. Longest ibuprofen ad ever. Oh, maybe this wasn't my YouTube premium account. Maybe this was my normal account, and that was just an ad. Got footage of me playing Russ, Harden. Who else? You should you should drop them the same. A lot of players. So you think you'll do the same thing with them? Get you an interview on the Winning the Winning Formula podcast, and then flip that into a YouTube video. Russ, as in Russell Westbrook, Russell Brand. He played one-on-one against Russell Brand. Good game, actually. You got Bones beating KD. Get the prescription, coach. You be playing in a week. Yes, set it up, boys. One of those 10-minute ads you forget to skip. Yeah, the intro was so good. Westbrook is your cousin? Like cuz or cousin? Russell, yeah, Russell Simmons. Russell Wilson. Keep it going, chat. KD would dog walk Bones. Different weight class, I guess, though, right? Family. Russell Westbrook is just one of those players where, like, all of your logic on how you would judge how a player would play 1v1 goes out the window with Russell Westbrook, because he literally might start off every single catch just sprinting downhill. Like, imagine like a taller, faster, more explosive Zay with a better shot. Like, what are we doing? Now that, hey, that's actually a really good comparison. Who does Zay play like? Freaking Russell Westbrook. I had never thought of that. He isn't a 1v1 guy though. No, I've met a lot of 5v5 players that aren't 1v1 players, but it's still fun to like theory craft how they would play in a 1v1. You know what? We might do this video first. No. We'll keep it this way. Because we got that we got this video to do too. That Lamar Peters. I assume Harden is a great 1v1 player. I mean, Harden plays 1v1 and 5v5. Harden plays 1v1 even in real games. Russ would get stops though. Hell yeah, you're not scoring on Russell Westbrook. Hyperventilating after taking a shoulder bump to the chest from Russ. What up, Vetrix? How tall is Zay? Zay's this about, was he like an inch shorter than not? Zay's like 6 foot. What 1v1 would I like to see in the NBA matchups? So, not currently. There's not a lot of current NBA players I'd like to see 1v1. Not saying I wouldn't like to see it, but those aren't the ones that really excite me. But if I could go back to their primes, go back in the day, Kobe and T-Mac. Kobe, T-Mac, and like Vince Carter. Having those three, I think would be dope. Someone like, obviously like Steve Francis, Stephon Marbury. Mix in like Derrick Roses and John Walls. Those would all be good. Baron Davis. Those would all be good ones. I think like KD and Michael Beasley would be fun. Paul George, Kawhi, Danny Granger. Get Danny Granger in there. I think all those will be super fun theoretical 1v1s. I think nowadays though, the players are the game style of an NBA game is so different from a 1v1 game. It's harder to conceptualize. Like Shea, no one is going to say anyone in the world at Shea's height is going to beat Shea in a 1v1. But again, it's too hard to contextualize because what the way that he plays in the NBA, it would not be what is successful in 1v1. Obviously, he's good enough to adjust that, but to me, it just doesn't, like, who do you match him up with or against, you know? Kyrie. Yeah, obviously Kyrie is probably the most obvious one people throw in there. Kyrie would be great to watch. I'd like to see like Giannis versus Joel Embiid. Something like that. A healthy Giannis, healthy Joel Embiid. With a Jokic. Throw Jokic in there too. Yeah, Melo against that Paul George, Granger. Rose and Rondo. That would be a crazy. I don't even know what happens there. Who in the space can stop Steve Francis? Whoever his coach is. His coach would lock him up. It's like he did his whole career. Kawhi would be unstoppable. Kawhi would probably be like the best prototypical one-on-one play, like one-on-one player, just super efficient offensively, super elite one-on-one defensively, but not very exciting, right? We want to see a little flash in there sometimes. Prime Draymond versus current Dylan Brooks. First to 12 stops wins. Ooh, Brandon Roy, one of my favorite players of all time. Hey, and that just brought up another favorite player of all time. Those are two jerseys that I'm waiting to get. Brandon Roy and Darren Williams. Two of my favorite players. Darren Williams would be an elite 1v1 player, and Brandon Roy. Jokic not going to guard. Jokic should be fine in 1v1 because Embiid would be the toughest one for Jokic because he could shoot threes. But if he's playing Giannis versus Jokic would be an interesting 1v1 because Jokic can shoot the three and Giannis would have to guard him. But then Giannis wouldn't be hitting the three like that. And he's not just going to run through Jokic. SGA, Tatum. Jason Tatum versus Embiid, coach, 1v1 tape out there, actually. Best defensive player in the one-on-one scene? I don't know. Cam Thomas, yeah, he'd be fun to watch. Brandon Roy was crazy tough. Yo, Tricky back in the chat, what up? Yeah, Brandon Roy was one of my favorite players, and obviously injury. D. Will. Kevin Garnett versus Zach Randolph. Yeah, Dirk, and who would Luka play? Who would Luka play? That's what I'm saying. The 1v1 of the current era would be weird. I feel like the better matchups are the old, like more, because it's the positions are more similar. Whereas now it's like positionless. Everyone plays their own brand of basketball. Prime mid-range versus Kawhi? Absolutely not. I wouldn't stand a chance. What NBA player could improve a 1v1 player's game? Moon training with KD. I mean, there's a lot of elite scorers that would be able to help the 1v1 players because they could teach them certain like tricks of the trade. When you hear Carmelo, like I don't know if you watch Carmelo Anthony's podcast, but when he talks about like, man, I don't know why this player doesn't just do this. He could do that. And if they do this, you do that. And he do this and do that. You hear his mind and the way he thinks about the game. And it's like, oh, he has an elite mind. He has an elite like mind at what he did. Now that doesn't encompass team basketball necessarily. It doesn't encompass winning championships, but the thing of what he did and the skill that he had, he mastered that thing to where hardly anyone else in the world has ever come to that level. So guys like that, Carmelo, T-Mac, the Kobe's, obviously we know what Kobe was capable of, but those types of players that mastered a skill set, it fits perfectly onto 1v1. Rashad Lewis, Monte Ellis versus John Wall. Good pools. Luka versus James Harden. I just don't see Luka ever stopping James Harden, ever. Whereas I see James Harden accidentally stopping Luka once or twice. Luka versus Zion. Jaden McDaniel would fry everyone. He'd be a good ones player. Kemba, Walker. Damn, how did I forget about him? Yeah, Tatum. I know Tatum and Embiid train with Drew Hanlon, right? Oh, maybe we did see that video. I think we did see that video. It was kind of like friendlies, right? Friendly sparring. Luka versus Cade Cunningham. Actually, that'd be a good one. Luka versus SGA. Nah, SGA, it's same thing. SGA would be able to stop Luka a couple times. D Rose would help Nesco. Denny, hey, great pull. Denny Avidya versus Luka would be a great one. A good jab three or being effective downhill. Same side. They're two different sides of the same coin. They complement each other. Because I'm bald. Is that what we're doing? T-Mac versus Vince in their prime. Yeah, I got T-Mac winning that, but it would be fun to watch. Devin Booker. Yeah, Devin Booker versus, again, I think Devin Booker's a better defender. Luka versus Boris Diaw. Nas versus Marcus Smart. I don't know about that. I don't know too many people scoring in a 1v1 setting against a prime Marcus Smart more than, I don't know how many buckets. My dogs. I don't know how many buckets those guys you're scoring against Marcus Smart. Letting him be more physical too? Nah. No way. Yeah, Marcus Smart, Tony Allen, guys like that. Like, I don't see many people scoring on them. Tracy McGrady versus Joe Johnson. Ooh, I like that. Ginobili all day. Tim Duncan versus Jokic. And Bogut. You got to throw Andrew Bogut in there too. Ant versus D-Book. I got Ant winning that one. But actually, no, that's a good one. That is a good one. LeBron versus Larry Bird. I got Larry over everyone. Larry Legend over everyone. Yeah, Avery Bradley's another one. Is Smart that OP? Yeah, Marcus Smart's defense. In NBA, he was able to lock people up. In the NBA, he was able to get stops against elite players where the defense has no advantages. Now, imagine you're playing in the one-on-one scene where you're allowed to double hand check and be physical and hack. Pfft, Marcus Smart, like, hell no. Yeah, Drew Holiday. I don't see a lot of people scoring on Marcus Smart in a 1v1 scene. It would have to be another NBA player. Like, it would have to be an elite scorer to be able to score on Marcus Smart. Not saying those guys just wouldn't score a bucket, but nah, that's clamp central. I don't care. I don't care if this gets clipped and y'all put it out there. There are levels. I'm not the type to say no YouTuber can be any NBA player. I did a video on this. Resumes don't really matter. But there's some things, there's some skill sets that are undeniable. Pat Bev would beat Nas? No. I don't think Pat Bev was the same type of defender as Marcus Smart. Pat Beverly was. So there's different types of defenders. And again, this is no knock on any players in the world, but some players are very smart and annoying. They're like gnats. I would say Patrick Beverly's defense was like a gnat, relentless, annoying, like talk trash, like constantly use every advantage that he could possibly find, no matter what it is, no matter how dirty it is. He was going to find that advantage to try and get a stop or to try and win. You know, he injured. That's when Russell Westbrook tore his MCL, wasn't it? When Patrick Beverly ran up under him when Russ was trying to call a timeout over half court. And that's a very NBA play that's like happens all the time. You see a guy's about to call a timeout. But at the same time, I'm like, Patrick Beverly can't just coast and take plays off and be like, oh, I'll just let you have this timeout. So Patrick Beverly was that guy, whereas Marcus Smart, he is that guy, but he can also, like, when it's time to lock up, he can also just be like, all right, I got to get a stop. I got to just play solid defense for a full game, and, like, I'm going to get stops. I'll get a block. I'll get a steal. I'll push. I won't let you get to your spot. I'll fight over screens. Patrick Beverly did that a bit, but he always had the height limitation, right? There was always going to be a size and speed limitation, whereas Marcus Smart sometimes could match that. Do you know about high school Pat Bev? Yeah, he was, didn't he average like 40 in high school? I'm pretty sure. One-on-one? I don't know if Wilt Chamberlain had a one-on-one bag like that. Joe Johnson versus Paul Pierce would be a fun one too. 40 in high school in Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, he was the truth. Around that time, wasn't it like DeJuan Wagner and stuff? Like, I remember that too. He had like a 100-point game in high school. That was around that same time. All right, let's get into our next video. Good chat. Good chat. Oh, okay. What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. This video is the OTD King of the Court with Reese, and I don't remember who else is in this, but Reese makes his OTD debut in a tough King of the Court battle. Came out yesterday, so go like, go subscribe. Let's get into it. This series was unplanned. As we were preparing for All-Star Weekend, I decided to put together a couple games that became super competitive. No commentators, one ref, just good bump. Hit that like button. Is this Friday the 13th music?
So, man, first off, man,
Maybe we'll maybe this will be a thumbnail. All right, Scoob and Nesca. Okay.
Shout out Reese, man, made his way over here, man. Talented individual, man. We
Got the black lung pop.
get to see, get some bump over here. How it feel to be outside?
All glory to God, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for the opportunity to be here, man. Appreciate y'all for having me. It's gonna be some good bump.
Good money. It feel like you kind of, you know what's going on. You playing against two of the toughest people in the space. Do you feel like you got any? It make you a little nervous, or you feel like this is where you belong?
Y'all remember the little dot that we always talk about on the OTD camera? There we go. The one little pixel.
Nah, everybody's the same to me. I don't really get nervous because of who it is. It's basketball, bro. I ain't gonna die.
Feel that. Ness, I feel like everybody kind of already been asking for this matchup. You and Reese, we kind of get to see a little sneak peek of.
Can Nesco hear the music?
Some good bump. Just here to have a good time, put on the show for the audience.
Is Uncle Scooby there, or is it Black Ghost here? Yeah. Oh, it's Scooby there. All right, Scoob. How you feel about the matchup? Same thing with you. I feel like we all been seeing Reese kicking ass and shit, so now we get to see if that shit really like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good bump. I don't know what you asking. You just told me. So it's gonna be a good bump. We're gonna see.
Hey, yo, so this is the king of the court, man. Game is to 24, 2s and 3s. It's something new. We ain't tried it yet. We also have fouls involved. So, keep in mind, give us any feedback in the comments. Let's see how this shit go. Off the dribble.
Good defense. Good job, dealing with the hand check. One thing we talked about, remember, we were talking to Mead about this. He said one thing that surprised him playing against Nesco is how strong he was and how tired this hand on the shoulder made him. So right here when Nesco's got that hand on the shoulder, he said it took a lot of energy from him. Reese deals with this really well. So he gets the hand off for a second. Nesco puts that straight arm back on him. And then watch Reese again. He drops that hand. But one thing that Nesco does, Nas does, Scoob does, Moon does this. All of the top 5 players do this. Rob doesn't do this. He plays more with his chest. But they swipe their hands back and forth. So they never let you win that arm battle. So now Reese has to deal with it again. And then Reese deals with it, knocks his hand away, and then Nesco puts his other hand on him straight away. So it's kind of like moving your body and your feet separate to your hands. Whereas a lot of people will put the hand check and put their arm there. And if you take their arm away, they're falling forward. Whereas Nesco, you knock his hand away, just puts his other hand there. That's tough to deal with. So those types of players, you actually got to get to their chest. Reese gets there late, and he did actually have that bump into a fadeaway. But now Nesco's got 2 hands on him again, hand check, and is able to close that space. So to create space against players like that, you got to deal with the hand, get your shoulder to their chest, create that separation, and then play from there. Easier said than done, by the way. This is just on paper what you should do. And Mead didn't technically win. We can't say Mead beat Nesco. He was up by a point, but when Nesco got injured. So I don't want that narrative going out that Mead beat him because that game didn't finish. But yes, it was close. It almost got there. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. It's been a while since I seen this Nesco. Hold on. It's been a while since I seen this Nesco. All right, full speed left, wins the arm battle, right? He pushes Reese's hand off. Remember what I said? Most people, when you push their arm or grab their arm, it'll send their body with it. So Reese goes to recover. Nesco creates that space. Now he's got a little closeout, 0.5 seconds of freedom. Gets Reese to leave his feet to try and challenge. And then he gets full speed right, starts winning the arm battle again. And he actually had a layup, I thought, but Reese also thought that. So he starts running full speed to the basket. And then, still, this is great defense. It's just better offense. Nesco used that momentum to get into his pull-up. Damn. And remember, we watched that Drew Hanlon breaking down Michael Jordan's fadeaway, and Drew Hanlon was saying all these things. Oh, he brings the ball here. He does all this. He does all. Man, at the end of the day, this is what Michael Jordan was doing. Exactly what Nesco did on this drive. Reese was scared that Nesco was going to get all the way to the backboard. So it's a race, full speed right. Okay. That's the concept we always talk about, full speed right. And because Nesco's going full speed, Reese believes he's going full speed. So he has to go full speed. Now that you're both going full speed, now just stop and pull up. And while you're already into your jump shot, like Reese, there's no way he can challenge that. That's crazy.
What they go to? 24. 24.
Good hands. Reese surprised me with how physical he actually was when I watched him in person. Good Lord. And one thing Scoob is doing here, remember what I said, like really good players, when you hand check them, they'll use that to their advantage. Notice how Scoob's not hand checking Nesco, because Nesco will do like Jerome Randall. He'll just like grab your arm. So instead, Scoob puts his hand there to like get in the shooting space and to hold him off, but then he moves his hand straight away. And then he does it again. He pokes again, like right there. Like he's trying to challenge the shot, but he's trying to guess. And this is what I was talking about with Archie, right? Because Archie was saying, you can't put your hand there. I'll just do this. And I'm like, yeah, but a good defender will do this. And then it's like, okay, now it's a different game. So it's interesting to see how they guard each other differently. You can't guard Scoob by not putting your hand up at all, though. Like, that's where you got to be guessing, right? To not let him get into a shooting pocket, or you got to keep it there in the shooting pocket, one or the other. But damn. Yeah, that's a layup for Scoob. Hey, this was good. Good offense and defense. So Scoob just hit a three. And I always say, like, play off of your flow chart, right? Play off of your shot, play off of your move. So now Scoob shot fake and expected his shot fake to work. So now he's into his onside step, full speed right. And now the only thing he didn't do well is deal with that hand. That's the only thing that kept him from getting a dunk. So Nesco hand check with the left hand check with the right hand. Now it's a battle, and it actually forced Scoob to bounce out and then redrive. The only thing Scoob could have done better here. Yo, what up, Flash? How we doing? Shout out Only Buckets in the chat. You guys need to go subscribe, show some support to Only Buckets. This shot fake right here, if he could have grabbed his arm, if Scoob could have shot his hand through there and grabbed his arm, got his arm to the other side and swiped, that would have been the only thing, and that would have been a straight line drive. But because he let Nesco win that arm battle, it forced him into a redrive, pushed him outside the elbow, outside the block. Now it made it tough. And then they finally called this grab here, which sometimes they don't. TJ, it's a really good point. Nesco's better at playing through those hand checks and things. Why Nesco keeps stopping? That's his game, right? I say this all the time. Nesco is supremely skilled, but sometimes he overdoes it, right? When you have a layup, get a layup. When you have a three, take the three. But Nesco will, it's his strength and his weakness. You never know what he's going to do because he doesn't even know what he's going to do. So it's like sometimes he'll cross himself back into a defender that's already crossed, you know? So. Great defense. What the hell? And no, remember how I always said Nesco is one of the best players at this? I don't know why no one ever points this out. When he does his he doesn't do a hang dribble most of the time. He does this little throw out dribble. Look how much room he covers. He throws the ball out to get Reese off his line. Now he gets on balance, and then he tries to make something happen. Now he doesn't get anywhere, but damn. Oh! Golly. Yeah, those hurt. Davo needs some accountability for having us watch games that were filmed in February. Well, I mean, the flip side is just not getting the games, right? I do agree. I wish Davo would get the games out more in a more timely manner, but I think his priority was getting the production right. I think the most important thing was getting the production right. So we had those 2 events because All-Star Weekend didn't end up going well. So instead of like dropping games consistently and editing, I think his main focus was production. So get the production right, get the live streams going, and then hopefully now he can be on schedule with dropping videos. So I agree with you, but I'd rather get the production right. Yeah. Shoot through it. Yeah, that's good. That's just a tough game to. Reese just needs to stay more active. So there's defense where you're like, I'm just going to send you left. Zay playing against Dre. I'm just going to stand here because I don't think you can do this thing. So I'm just going to force you that way. But this is like when you're playing the Scoobs and the Nescos, it's like they can do everything. So you have to be more active. Like take that away. Oh, he's shifted. Now you have to go left. Yep. Now take that away again. Oop, I'm bluffing. I want to force you into a shot. Oop, next I'm switching to here. So it's just like a constant active footwork. Active neutral or footsies. If you play fighting games, it's basically you're just playing footsies. Bro, it's 12-4-0.
12.
No, TJ, you're 100% right. I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was just giving some perspective of why, but no, you're completely right. Damn. So this is what I was saying. Reese was way more physical than I realized. I didn't know he had this in him to deal with the physicality and still get. I didn't think he had this in him, especially how a lot of the games on TNC around this time were. Around this time, they were cleaning it up a lot more, and you could see players actively not hand checking and whatever on TNC. So then this is before the fouls were really cleaned up on OTD. So I was like, I don't think Reese, and I didn't think Mike Harden. I was like, I don't know if these guys can play this style. He played through all of this. Now he has to get more efficient to where he uses this to his advantage, right? Like that's a spin off straight to the basket, deal with the physicality better. But the fact that he played through it and still got a bucket, I'm like, okay, yeah, he can go. He can go. Now he just needs to play against this every day so he can learn the tricks to like use it to his advantage. Nesco wasn't playing this way on Scoob. He's not playing this way on Scoob because Scoob would get a layup. But Reese is just at that point where, we go back to neutral. Reese is playing neutral right now in disadvantage. He's playing on hard mode every time, and he's still like getting decent shots. He's got to figure out how to go, nope, get neutral back to where I'm in advantage, and then I'm driving from there. Like this is a disadvantage. He's driving straight to the sideline. Then he gets downhill, uses all his dribbles, fights incredibly hard. He hooks, still is under the backboard, getting held on that left side, stays on balance, left-handed baby hook, gets hit on the hand. Like that's fucking tough, man. You can't do that for 30 points. I know they're going to 24, but can't do that for a full game. And that's how these top 5 players typically win. Now Reese just has to understand the tips and tricks to use that to his advantage so they don't guard him like that, because you cannot score 30 allowing them to get away with that stuff. Yeah, he does. I need a ref toxic enough to call travel. That was a travel, but you can't call a travel on Reese this possession, right? Like I agree with you guys. He travels, he pivots a lot, right? But there's no way I'm calling a if he takes one extra step after this, he got double hand check and was getting held. He probably a foul here. Now that he's gotten fouled, so Nesco's got him with his left hand on his hip and he's pulling him. The fact that like he's dealing with all of this, I go, play it out. I'm letting that go. Otherwise, you called a foul before, right? That's Reverend Reese to you. Do I think all TNC guys can't deal with physicality like it's got like OTD guys? So do you think that I think that all TNC guys can't deal with OTD's physicality? Is that what you think? Is that what you guys are hearing? Let me know and I'll answer. Oh, on the immediate checkup? Okay, you're right. But everyone we showed this with that Terry Hosa game. Everyone travels on the initial checkup. Reese just does it really slow, so it looks more obvious. Damn. Brother. He's one step inside a half court. What are we doing?
Hey, what's Bracken chat? This video's.
I'm just asking because you said you don't think Reese and Mike Harden didn't have that in their bag. Yeah, so when I said that I didn't think Reese and Mike Harden had that in their bag, I meant that I didn't think Reese and Mike Harden had that in their bag. Not that every TNC player can't deal with physicality, right? Reese isn't known for being super physical. He plays very clean. He doesn't hack. And then he doesn't get that over on TNC because they play way more clean over there. Mike Harden as well. Mike Harden, one of the things people talk about, one of the cons of his game is people say he doesn't play physical enough, right? So the fact that they both came on OTD and showed they can, I was like, oh, that surprised me. I just didn't think they had that. I had never seen it.
Oh my God.
What? He had a layup here. And again, so look at the difference. He still created enough space to get a shot. But again, this is why I say Scoob plays on hard mode. I would never change his game because it's what makes him as good as he is too. But if you're a normal typical player, I think the best thing to do here is get downhill. So getting downhill, you should have a layup here. Again, shoot your arm past, and you should be pulling Reese. Like you should be getting your arm past Reese. Now it's a race to the backboard. But once you get to that race to the backboard, think about what Nesco just did. Once we're both turning, you can pull up at any moment and he can't block you because his momentum is going to the basket. But once you change your angle and you take extra steps, now he can change his angle. He can close out forward quicker than you can run sideways or run backwards. So that's what lets Reese get all the way to here. And he could have challenged that if he wanted to. But again, that's what makes, and that might have rushed Scoob, maybe not. Still got a good shot off, but a typical player, I would say, don't do this. Again, this is just Scooby Scuba, you know?
Oh my God.
Reese has a couple games on smaller platforms in the trenches. Yeah, so, and I haven't seen those. I didn't know. Did you watch the C4 versus? No, I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it. I want to watch it on stream first. Oh. He's got the shot here. Yeah, he had the shot here. I don't know why he didn't take it. So when someone guards you like this, like Nesco's not up pressuring Reese can probably just jab step because Nesco's honoring his footwork. Jab step into your shot. But playing slow like this, Reese is kind of like, okay, let's see what Nesco does. Nesco's like, no, let's see what you're going to do. And then Reese kind of just overthought that possession. So you can tell Reese is just trying to figure it all out. I like that he got a king of the court game before getting thrown into like a 1v1, but he's getting to figure out the physicality. He's getting to figure it out first. And I think that's why I wouldn't say struggling, but he just hadn't figured it out yet. Damn. Great drive. I feel like most guys could adjust. Just guys are going to, the best players can adjust to whatever. And yeah, I just thought Reese was a finesse, clean player. I didn't know he had this in him. That's just an agenda that's been going around forever, that OTD is just more physical than TNC is soft. No, you are right, Jay Perk. You're completely right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to be very clear on what I think. I don't have that agenda. I do objectively think TNC plays far more clean basketball, and sometimes I think it's too clean. But then on the flip side, OTD is far more physical, which I like. But then they've had some games not finish, or they've had like the Bruce and Keem game. They've had some games that were, I think, kind of ruined because of physicality. So both platforms doing it complete opposite is a good thing, because we can find the balance of where it's good. So someone mentioned it earlier, Rob and G5, that game was pretty physical. That's not usually how they let it get. So they're finding a balance. Sometimes it needs to be more physical. Then you look at OTD Ball is Life. Their last few events have been very clean because they've started adding in the foul rule and things like that. So I think both platforms doing it in way different ways allows us to actually get the best product eventually down the line. The space is still very young. I don't care who's better, TNC, Ball is Life, OTD, because whoever's best right now isn't going to be that in 3 months. They're all competing, right? I said this months ago. It's just one's going to be on top, then the other one going to be on top, and the other one's down, and the other one's on top. It's going to do this for a while until the space like figures out its lane. Dooley and Bruce, yeah, same thing. Yeah, good call, TJ. So look at these last couple possessions for Reese. Again, he's still trying to figure it out. And you can tell Scoob and Nesco are so used to this style of basketball. They were both very, very physical with Reese and trying to force him they're forcing him one direction, right? Now look how they're guarding Reese. Nesco and Scoob have both been like, I'm just going to see, like Reese isn't like forcing the agenda. They're just like backing up, and it's like waiting to see what you're going to do. So Reese, now this is where full speed right, full speed left comes in. Like, you got to move them. Do the Nesco. Like, if they're waiting, force them to deal with you. So throw that ball out and cover a lot of distance and make them run with you. You can do the moon hang dribble. You can do the Scoob, like, escape dribble, or you can just shoot the ball. You can jab into your shot. You can do the Terry Hosley off triple threat, like jab throwdown. There's certain things you have to do. You're in advantage right now. It's neutral. You're in advantage. Like, go do the thing and make them deal with you. Instead, Reese is kind of like trying to feel it out. So again, this is just being on a different platform, figuring out the rules, the pace, all of that. Wasn't trying to stereotype. No, you're fine. I say this all the time. I want people to ask questions. I want people to say things in my chat, because then I get to clear it up, and I want my position to be very clear. I don't want other people telling you what my position is. I want to be able to say it. So look how Nesco took advantage of this possession compared to what Reese is doing. And again, you guys let me know if this is too much explanation. I know this is just the king of the court, but so Nesco, if he wanted to shoot it, he would shoot it, right? If Nesco really wanted to shoot this ball, he would just shoot it. Hand down, on balance, catch and shoot. This is the most efficient shot in 1v1. If he really wanted to shoot, he'd shoot. But what he really wants, he wants Reese to get close to him so he can get around him, right? He wants Reese to close that gap. So he pump fakes so that Reese is like, oh, okay, he pump faked again. I got to close the gap. So Nesco's in control of this situation. No, I want you to get close. I want you to be here so I can drive. Now that you're close, push your arm off, deal with the arm battle, separate, like push your arm off, get downhill into a pull-up again. This is what Nesco wanted to do. He wanted to get a layup or a pull-up. He doesn't want to shoot the three. So that's where Reese has to take control of that and be like, no, I'm going to make you shoot a three. You're not going to get a pull-up or a layup. You have to shoot a three. So this is that chess battle that you got to play. But again, Reese is playing against Nesco, who he's never played against. He's playing against Scoob. This is Keem. This is pretty much Keem's when Keem was playing that king of the court with Scoob, Nas, and Zay. Keem's like trying to figure all this out on the go. Those other guys spar against each other all the time. They know what their game plan is. When did TNC become soft? Used to be straight toxicity. Been filtered out. Toxicity doesn't equal physicality. True. And back to that Nesco situation, if I'm guarding someone, and not if I'm guarding Scoob or Rob or someone like that, but if I'm guarding someone who's not known necessarily as a shooter, if they shot fake, to me, that's hesitation. I'm just going to never jump for a shot fake. I'll just stay down. He doesn't want to shoot. I'm just going to keep, all right, just keep shot faking all you want. So look at the adjustment. Reese doesn't do this on TNC. Now watch this. Reese is up. He's kind of challenging the shot. Scoob drives. Reese puts two hands out there, right? Two hands. Then he gets a little chest. Now look at his left hand. Because that happened to him a couple times, right? Left hand, he's grabbing. He bumps, chest, grabbing with that right hand. Touches the elbow. This is what I'm saying. Some players just can't adjust, and they'll be like, "Oh, I was getting fouled every play. Oh, it's too physical." He's starting to adjust. Fresh cut. Now I shave like every 3 days. Just hop in the shower, shave. I did that yesterday. Oh. This is what I'm saying. He didn't deal with the physicality here, as in like he didn't get an advantage, but he dealt with it, right? He deals with the bump, deals with the two hands, deals with the hold, deals with the shirt grab. Golly, deals with the double team from Scoob. Scoob over here trying to stunt from the gap. That was nice. Smoked it. He's dealing with the this is like J. Lou against Joseph Lewis. Dealing with the physicality. He's like pulling a rabbit out of his hat, but being able to deal with it efficiently is always going to be better. But damn.
Are you serious? He's traveling. That's trouble. Stop and took 3 steps.
Here and there. Here and there.
Got him on the elbow. But again, even if they don't call it, like, hold on, I shouldn't have muted. I want to hear the noise. The T. Hosley. Hey, the T. Hosley. I used to say this was my college move, but this is just the T. Hosley now. I don't care. This is the T. Hosley. He deserves his respect. The jab throwdown. Oh. Damn.
One dribble. Whole game.
About to say, was that game? It's a good foul though. He only got 4. Yeah, but again, this is more about Reese figuring out the play style more so than I wouldn't expect Reese to do well in this. If anyone came over from a different platform and played in a King of the Court versus Nesco and Scoob, and they did well, they'd be in the next pay-per-view. They'd be in the next pay-per-view playing freaking LP or something. That would have been nice. Good game winner. But like we say, sometimes it's how you lose. Yes, he's losing, and yes, he hasn't scored a lot, but this shows you like, okay, he just needs a couple games to figure it out. He'll be fine. He'll be okay, guys. He's gonna be fine. The hell. How loud his buckets were? No, you're right. Yeah, he just is waiting too much. He just needs to go. He needs to make the defense do something. Make them play at his pace. Reese is a master of this pace, right? Right? But Reese needs this in his game. Boom, to the rim. Like he needs that, or boom, all the way to the elbow. Like he needs like a full speed distance cover. He needs that in his game, because once you add that, now they're running. Now you hit them with your slow steps. Now you explode out again. Now that's when you're really changing pace. His pace is fun to watch, but you got to change it too to make them guard you. Like that right there. Like Nesco always like catch, hesitate, shot fake, hesitate, dribble, hesitate, go. And then sometimes we'll just do this. This is why his shot fakes work, and like it's just, that's a way different pace.
Yep.
Oh, he had him. He should have shot the 2. I know he wanted the 3 because like he needs to score more points. But I mean, he had him here just into his pull up. But again, this is why I hate the double step backs. They can run forward faster than you can run backwards. So he's running backwards, and Reese completely closed that gap. A lot of traveling in the space that isn't called. Why is that? Because there's no one to pass to. So like there's going to be a lot of travels just because the possession has to end in a shot or a turnover. So if you called travels, it's going to just prolong the game, and it's just going to keep calling like more travels. If you call it carries and travels, like what are we really doing? There's no help side though. So it's like some rules that are put in place in 5-on-5 are more important in 5-on-5, less important in 1-on-1, and vice versa, you know. Like again, Reese had him. So he goes slow, boom. Your pace means like that little quick jolt he did, like you got him off your line. The whole point is to get someone off their line and race them to the basket, right? Like you got Scoob out of your way. He shifted because he thought you were going left. So now it's a race to the basket. But instead, Reese does like this to the basket, which allows Scoob to not have to sprint. He can do that same thing. So again, once you get them shifted, you got to race. It's like a race from point A to point B. And then if Scoob starts running to point A, boom, you can cross him back to point C. But because he goes into a slowdown, he still hasn't gone. Still hasn't gone. Oh, a really good possession by Nesco again here. Again, defensively, watch how Nesco guards Scoob. He doesn't just shade left. He doesn't just shade right. He doesn't just put his hand in the cookie jar. He doesn't just back up, right? He's not giving him the obvious answer because Scoob can do any of those. So instead of giving him the obvious answer, make him keep guessing, watch Nesco. Watch how much he moves. Bounces left, right, left, drops his foot, stabs, back, left, like shooting the gap. He's just like super active on defense. That's a really good point, Cam. They actually travel way more often in the NBA. It's just you're not looking at it as much because there's 9 other players on the court. Ever since Nesco started really being efficient this game, look at how many points he scored. Good hands. Scoob's fatigued. The last couple plays, he's mentally not locked in. He lost his rhythm. Everybody's starting to get tired now. Battle through it. Hey. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly it. Got him off his line. He still hesitated. There's still no need to hesitate. Scoob really thinks Reese can't go right. So he's forcing him right. And eventually he goes. But Reese has to be willing to, as soon as he gets off your line, this is why, just go to the basket. There's no reason you should not be going to the basket right now, full speed. Scoob shouldn't be able to beat you there. And if he is running beside you, boom, little shoulder bump, right? Into a step back, shoulder bump into a layup. But instead, he has to hesitate. Now he switches, and he goes with this onside step now. Race to the basket. Highest percentage shot in basketball. Reese figuring it out a little bit.
G-work.
Oh, golly. Now your moves start working again because they think you might go for a layup at any moment. Boom, boom. See, Nesco actually dropped for a second thinking he was going to race to the basket again. Now your step backs work. Now your other stuff opens up again. Damn. Damn. That was nice. No, it definitely wasn't a three. Right after he catches it. Yes, but if you guys watch a lot of 1v1s, you have to get over the carrying and the travel. Just move on. Otherwise it's going to bother you for the rest of your life. This just is what it is in the space. A little bit of shuffling at the top of the key and all that is allowed. Carrying the ball is allowed. All of that stuff is allowed if it's not if the ref doesn't determine it's an advantage. Right there, that's technically a travel, right? But if you go watch the NBA, we break this stuff down all the time. This is technically, look, he's got control of the ball, both feet on the ground, so he could have either foot be his pivot foot because he's got control of it, right? Let's go slow motion. This is every play though. So he's chose his left foot as his pivot foot. Shuffle, right. Now his right foot's his pivot. Now he's picked up his right. Now he's went with his left. Like all of that is technically a travel. And in America, and we broke this down, this is even a travel. Just lifting that foot to go before you put the ball down is a travel. But in America, they allow this. And if you watch the NBA, they allow all that stuff that Reese just did. That's allowed. So the one-on-one space definitely allows it. So instead of me being like, no, this is never going to work, I just go, it is what it is.
Oh, you're not giving me them shits, bro. Stop doing that.
The catch is a gather step. Yeah, but I've done a full video on this on my main channel. The gather step it's broken. It's too carried away. But again, when I'm breaking down a game or analyzing it, that's not my focus. I do think the league should call it differently. I think the NBA should change the rule. I think there's a lot that should be done, but it's not it's not on these players. It's not on these refs, right? It's broken way at the top. That's what the issue is.
If he missed, I got it. That's cool.
Who else ain't made that? So now Nesco's doing the same thing, right? Just waiting to see what happens. Nesco's been really aggressive, like 3-4 possessions in a row, and they've all been good shots. Now he's like waiting. What's Reese going to do? What's going to be there? What's going to happen? What's he going to bite on? Nothing. Oh, he finally bit on something. He gets this step through. But again, if Reese stays down there, Nesco kind of just dribbled himself into a corner, right? Just trying to help them accept it. Vance, they never will. They'll never accept it. Waking up. Damn. That was nice.
6 a.m.
Bro, Nesco got on that roll just playing efficiently.
That's tough, y'all. That's
Damn.
Hey, yo, Ness, I'm standing here, man. I ain't gonna lie, it seemed like you started off a little slow. Scoob started off scorching from the jump. It looked like he had the W already secured. And you came in and just started walking shit down. I'm gonna let you catch your breath for a little bit. But, well, was there anything you seen out there that you was like, you know what, let me just do this and let me get the game over?
Like I told you yesterday, bro, I'm just trying to find my mate. Once I find that in the game, can't nobody do nothing with me. Once I found it, got loose, started making shots, I was always getting stops, but I did what I had to do. 6 a.m. I'm back. I know y'all got a little bullshit take against Tello, but I'm back. 6 a.m. every day. 6 a.m. And that's only the first one, but I'm here for the long run. I ain't going nowhere. It's still me.
How you like this idea, King of the Court?
I fuck with it, because you low-key can build kind of like stories from it.
Yeah,
Say somebody get off, they might want to see that matchup one-on-one, so it's definitely fun, competitive. It was dope.
Man, good win, my boy. I ain't got shit too much to say, man. Tough. Nesco Reese-Scoob. Nesco got the W, man.
That was a great game. That was really fun to watch. It was really cool to see how they adjusted as the game went on. As Nesco got more efficient, like made it simpler, then that's when he started really snowballing the points. I think if he could start his games like that more often and then add in like the shiftiness, I've said this before. It's like instead of being 70% like shiftiness and hope they mess up, and then 30% efficient, if he could flip those 70% efficient, 30% see like changing the pace, whatever. But either way, like once he caught fire, There was nobody stopping him. But that was a great game. Good to see Reese start adjusting too. And then I thought there was no world where Scoob lost that game once he got up like he did. But let me know what you guys thought down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, my dog just threw up on the ground, so I'm gonna have to go. That's what I was looking at, but I wanted to finish the video since we're close. I'm gonna have to go grab like a napkin or something, and it's gonna be like, give me like 2 minutes. But we got that Ball is Life with Lamar Peters that we're gonna watch next. Do I think the extra step on the rip through should be legal in Europe? I don't, because it's a travel. If you allow that, then it'll actually change way too many other rules. That's why I don't like the rules as they're called in the NBA and in America in general. We really need to clean up a lot of our rules, because technically, go watch MDW basketball. He'll be like, actually, by the rule book, this is legal because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but it's like, if we say that's legal, you can theoretically go look at my video that I did. I did a full video breaking down the gather step and all that. Technically, there's a lot of stuff that's legal going by like the American like style rule book. So like the NBA rule book. But FIBA just keeps it very clear and concise. And unfortunately, FIBA starts adopting some NBA rules sometimes. So now it's starting to get a little mixed. And the NBA rarely takes FIBA rules. And I wish it were the other way around. Was this before Julius Randle? This was. I believe this was. I saw Nesco say that. I didn't know if that was true or not, but I guess we'll see. What up, Drew? He was scoring most of his points off one dribble or less, and later after that, Nesco scored his next few possessions, one dribble or jab pull up. Yeah. Yep. Great point. He stole Scoob's idea. Him, Nas, and Zay right now? I think so too. I feel at times it takes away from the game. It does for sure. I think so. It takes anything. I don't mind rules. That's why I'm okay with hand checking, because the offense can actually deal with it. Any rule that's in place where there's a counter to it, I actually don't mind it. I don't mind a rule where the offense has the advantage as long as the defense has a counter. But the NBA has some rules where there's like no counter. So you can't you can't touch someone's hand, or you can't land in their landing space. And how many times did we see people get free throws? If you've watched this first round of the playoffs, people shoot shots and they jump forward. Jamal Murray did a shot fake. He did a shot fake, and McDaniels jumped towards him, and then Jamal Murray jumped, shot, missed, landed, and he landed on McDaniels' foot. But McDaniels landed like way away from Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray jumped forward and landed on his foot. And I'm like, okay, spirit of the rule is you don't want people crowding people's space whenever they're shooting. But that's not what happened. McDaniels was away from Murray. Murray jumps towards him and lands on his foot. Like, it's there's no counter to that. You want me to just not be in front of him when he shoots? Like, what, how do you stop a jump shooter too? When they're like, you can't hit their hand after they've shot it. And it's like, why not? Like, my hand is here, and then his hand is going forward on the release. Of course our hands are going to hit because we're both going forward. To say I can't do that after he shot it, like, there's no counter. My counter now is to defend like this. I guess I'll just put my hand back here and defend, because if he goes through, the dude for the Nuggets that shoots like this, he shoots it and his hand goes off to the side. He shoots weird and his hand goes here. Nas Reed tried to challenge his shot and jumped past him. He jumped to the side, and the dude's hand was like this, and his hand got hit, and they called a foul on the three on Nas Reed. And he's like, I jumped to the side of him so I don't run into him, don't land in his landing space, but because his follow through goes way over here and I hit it. So it's like, there's no counters to a lot of the rules in the NBA, and that's what I don't like. The traveling, like I said, the gather step, unlimited gather step, and then you can put the ball back down. You can't counter that as a defender. You have to honor this, because he could carry, shot, carry, dribble left, carry, dribble right. There's no counter. You're just like, I just gotta wait till he does the thing, and then I can play defense. That's why I think those rules need to be tightened up. Shea driving to the basket, and he just jumps into people and gets a foul. I'm like, what are you supposed to do on defense? Time when he's about to jump into you and jump out of the way? Like, that's what Nembhard does. That's what a lot of defenders do, but you're asking them to do the impossible. Like, to just completely avoid contact and move out of the way and just guess. That's impossible. What are we doing? Those rules are corny. Yeah, I gotta go get this. Do y'all want commercials or? Hold on. We'll put on a.
Oh, man. Hey, man, real quick, what's the odds that you spill that coffee?
What?
Oh, DraftKings has plus 250 on the coffee hitting the counter before it hits the mug. I parlayed that with your toast burning. Damn it. Let's go. 2-leg domestic breakfast parlay, baby.
What's even the odds of that happening?
Oh, I'd say like 50-50.
I guess you could say those odds were pretty even.
You can trick yourself into thinking you've got things figured out by winning some games, and you can also trick yourself by thinking everything's wrong because you lost a couple games, when in reality, you're growing and getting better. So can you be see the big picture of who the people are and what you're doing and really try to grow day to day? No doubt.
It's that process-based versus results-based. I'm really big on this with kids, especially. Like, you see a lot of coaches coaching kids under 12s. These are like 10-year-olds, whatever. Kid shoots an open shot, and they're like, no, drive to the basket. And I'm like, dude, it was the right shot. Just didn't make it. But if he makes that shot, you're talking about he's the greatest player of all time.
Oh, man, what's going on in here? Yeah, we're not exactly sure. The detective says he's never seen anything like it. Hey, what's the detective got in his hand on that piece of paper? Yeah, we think it's a threat. A triple threat.
The best feeling as a basketball player.
So I always say to my assistant coaches, like, hey, give me every idea you have. If it's good, I'm going to take it and take credit for it. And if it's bad, I'm going to blame it on you. If it doesn't work, I'm blaming it on you.
You're right, though.
But that's the job of an assistant coach. And good assistant coaches recognize that and go, hey, I'm going to throw 30 things at you. Take it if you want, but I don't care. Like, your head is on the chopping block, not mine. But here's all the ideas I have. Then the fun part about it that coaches miss out on when you don't have that conversation after the game is way better when you've had that conversation during the game, because now you can say, I'm glad we stuck with it because we'll be better at it for next game. So those conversations are like valuable and more interesting to me than just the basic, oh, should have done this. It's like, yeah, okay, we get that. You can't do both.
Hey, Cletus. Yeah, Jedediah. Basketball just ain't what it used to be. Mm-hmm. Everybody's just worried about their pretty Gucci Vuitton shoes. Yeah. Hell, back in our day, we didn't even have shoes. We didn't have feet. And don't get me started on the fundamentals. Lordy, lordy. Players doing their fancy schmancy Euro sham gods and shooting fadeaway 4-pointers. Just no heart is what it is. And remember that guy that played with the neck brace? Gerald Henderson. Great man. I had his poster up on my wall. All right, my bad. Really love Ninja Turtles. Why you say that? Crisis averted, by the way. All right. I was crashing out yesterday. I was. I'm healthy now. Thank you guys for allowing me to vent. All right, we're back. This next video, ball is life. The Rob fadeaway 4-pointers. Yeah, in that skit. It was on me. Sorry, guys. I did that. That was my fault. I'll take responsibility. What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. This video is Ball is Life, new Toronto video. This is the Lamar Peters we've been waiting for. Oh my God. Lamar Peters and Bruce versus Judah and Grant. Go like and subscribe. Do your thing.
Going down. Now that you understand that, let's go. Where every matchup matters. This is where players prove themselves. At the end of the night, 4 players are selected to represent their city, forming Team Toronto. And then they advance to Battlegrounds. That's where cities go head-to-head in a round-robin style, competing for the best record. And if they come out on top, they earn the spot in the finals. November is going down. Now that you understand that, let's get to the action.
Toronto, what's good, fam? It's your boy Bob.
Love from Kyrgyzstan. Yo, what up?
I'm Brooks. I'm here with Devin the Lab. We're here at Ball is Life Proving Grounds. And today we got a really good matchup on the floor. It's going to be a 2v2 and highly anticipated. For y'all that don't know, Proving Grounds is where the best prove that they have what it takes to make it to Battlegrounds. Dev, what do you think about this matchup we have right now?
Well, on the Toronto side, we already know what we're getting out of Lamar and Bruce, but on Toronto side, they talk about this dude like the boogeyman. They say he's really good. They call him Judah. I can't wait to see what he actually plays like. And then the other player, Grant, I recommended that he come out here. He made it onto the squad. Grant is a 3x3 player, so we'll see what he brings to the table, but we're gonna go down to the floor and see what they're talking about down there.
Let's get to this action.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ball is Life, ISO Legends Battlegrounds Season 3. For our 6th game of the night, we have our final 2v2 of Proving Grounds. On the left corner, representing Ball is Life, we have the Mad Dog Bruce. Alongside him, we have the Showtime, the most electrifying parking lot Peters. Facing them on the right corner, representing Toronto, Canada, we have Grant and Judah.
Damn, it is packed in there.
Say, Judah, he talked just like Lamar. So I need to see, a little bit back and forth. Keys to the game for me is, can Grant stay composed? He's gonna get fouled. Bruce plays very physical, but he can get busy too. And then Lamar, is he gonna bring out that defense that we know that he can play?
Right, this game is about to
Bionic was loading he was buffering.
Play.
Right, this game is about to start. The keys are simple. Play hard, play all the way through the finish. Target score is 40. 20 at halftime. Let's get straight to this action.
Hey, get to it. It's a good move.
So Grant played in my 1v1 tournament. He is a threat. He can shoot the ball, he understands how to play team play, and he can finish.
I was about to say,
now,
getting to it.
That might have been the worst call I've ever made to follow up with an air ball. But I'm gonna live with that one.
See what LP does right here. First shot, deep 3. Tickles to Twan. Good shot. I'm sure if you're LP, it feels good to see one go through. He's working out. Step back, Trey. Oh. I'm sure if you're LP.
This is tough. Like, he just hit one from here. Again, this is the worst thing. We're going to someone like LP, Rob. Like, once they hit, especially unlimited dribbles, like, once they hit one, now you got to fall for this stuff.
It feels good to see one go through. He's working out.
And that's good defense too, man. That's great defense.
Fan favorite.
What he say? I'm in rare
favorite.
form. LP is in rare form already out here in Toronto. Welcome to the 6, LP. LP working out right now. A little bit of 20, tray ball, no good.
One thing that Judah can't do is take a back seat. They need him to be aggressive this whole time. If he is who they said he is, he got to show up.
Here we go. Bruce working against David right now. Gets to that pull-up. No good.
Again, let's see this. Because with Bruce, I think these one dribble pull-ups aren't bad. I would just, again, that's still a clean look. It's still open. I just really want to see him like fight a little bit harder to like get a little bit more efficient to get to like here. Get to here when you do your pull up, get to here, get to closer spots. And I think your percentages rise completely. So I make sure my dog don't eat up that baking soda now.
Pull up. No good. Grant with the clear. Looking to get active against LP. A lot of space, sidestep. Great defense by LP. As
He's
you
one of
mentioned.
the best shot blockers at the point guard position that we've seen.
LP drab 3.
Wait a second. Do they still make are those Kobe's? Are these Kobe? No, they didn't have that on the back of them, I don't think.
Position that we've seen.
LP drab 3. Somebody
You
pick
got
your
9
eyes
points.
up because LP is shooting your face off.
So listen to this. Hold on, I'm gonna wait till we get a break here.
LP, a rare move. Gets a 2.
He had
I'm
him.
gonna wait till we get a break here.
Damn. That's great. Like, look how, like, he couldn't even, this kind of happening in that Pep game. Sometimes LP, I said this in that conversation with Tricky. LP is one of those players I do look at, and I'm like, I don't know how I would guard that. Because you have to honor, like, full speed left, good chest bump. And I always say basketball starts here with that 0.5 seconds of freedom that we get into that second layer. This is where basketball really starts. So really good defense, chest bumped him. Most people don't get on balance straight away. And then he even played the ball perfectly to make LP put the ball back between his legs, right? So LP countered. This is really good defense. And now he plays the ball again, but then LP gets downhill and he like crossed himself with his hands. He couldn't even put his hand on LP's shoulder. He couldn't put his hand on his hip or nothing. Like, just gets by him completely. This is where LP could have done a better job, like his angle to the basket, but
Move, gets a 2, blows the layup.
everything else was perfect.
That was like a movie did on this viral clip.
Right. Heard a lot about David. They say he can score in bunches. Little curl dribble.
Oh, there he goes.
A good layup.
We might react to C4 game, but because it's already come out on League, right? Nah, I don't know. I don't like the idea of reacting to a game the day it comes out. Maybe tomorrow.
It's a great matchup right there. David, tray ball. Ooh, all around the rim. LP with the clear.
It's the hometown hero right here. Matchup we've been waiting to see.
Bruce gets to that pull up against the foul.
How tall? Did they show how tall Judah and Grant were?
Bruce to the line. Makes it count. Here we go. LP over to Bruce.
Boog versus Scar. Yeah, we watched it on stream.
Hustle. Can't save it. We got a 10-4 ball
6'4"
game right now.
Okay.
David with the rock.
Hey.
Left to right. Taking the contact. David with the rock. Left to right.
He said Dave with the rock.
David with the rock. Left to right. Taking the contact. Draws a foul on Bruce.
Bombi versus Malik. No, I haven't seen that one either. In no aspect is Rob over Scoob. I don't have Rob over Scoob.
We do. LP, deep three.
God, what? Damn, that's a great contest too. And again, that's a foul in the NBA.
LP, deep three. That man is hooping right now. He on a different level. Leads his team to a 9-point advantage right now in the first half. LP again. Let's see what he does here. Little hesitation. Gets to the step back. Pull back. Hezzy again.
Oh!
Crosses him out of his shoes.
I'm not gonna lie, they're playing great defense against LP. And like this is still happening. Like he put him turned him into a pretzel. Like this is great defense. It's just like sometimes there's not much you can do.
I really like how aggressive LP is in this matchup early. Okay, Grant with the ball.
Good hustle by Grant. Can't get it though.
LP with another three.
LP. Good hustle by Grant. Can't get it though.
Damn.
LP with another three.
LP.
He is shooting their face off tonight.
Juju is very popular in Canada. Role is to defend. He's one of the best on-ball defenders. Yeah, both of them are playing very good defense.
Is anybody in here that can stop him besides?
Resume is the only thing Scoob has over Rob. Well, what does Rob have over Scoob? What up, Matt?
Himself. And normally he takes his foot off the gas. You want him to stay aggressive through makes and misses. Jab step, Josh Harland.
Again, I keep going back to that Pep game, but this is what I was saying. Like, look at the hand battle. So remember last game, Reese, Nesco was guarding Reese like this with the stiff arm. And this should be to Juju, right? Juju's advantage. But as soon as he puts those two hands out, Lamar with the right hand, he deals with the right hand by like opening up and hollowing out, so not letting you grab him. And then the left hand, Lamar is just swiping it away completely. So he gets completely by, and he threw the ball out ahead. I always say you got to get comfortable with the basketball out of your hands so you can win the arm battle back here while going after the ball. Like, look how much separation he got when he was getting jammed at the sideline. What the hell?
Lay's potato.
And again, this is one of those help scenarios too. Like, do you help here? Like, do you help? Like, obviously you want to take away the layup, but then Bruce is just standing there wide open. Yes, like hindsight's 50-50. You'd rather Bruce shoot threes, but damn.
Lay's potatoes. Just way too fast.
A bucket here from Team LP, and Bruce can send it into halftime. LP with a three. Front iron.
Why does Map say hello like a bot? Map with 1P.
Versus David. David with a wraparound. Bruce locking up.
Golly. Speaking of defense.
Versus David. David with a wraparound. Bruce locking up.
Damn.
Great defense by Bruce.
Bruce on David.
A lot of times when people run up against Bruce, they're a little shocked by how he's playing defense. Catches them off guard. Whoa.
Grant can't get it. Bruce gets to that three. Off the clear. Knock.
Damn, 21-4.
Sit down. Send it to halftime.
Is LP a thumb flick? Most players that shoot off the dribble do have a thumb flick because you use that offhand to control the ball so much. So sometimes you might be shooting with all of this hand. So Bones Hyland did that against Dev that play where he just brought it from a weird shot pocket, just shot it one-handed. But then there's a lot of times where you might be picking it up with your left hand and you don't get your hand fully under the ball and you kind of have like a two-part shot. Most people that shoot off the dribble, heavy off the dribble, shoot with a thumb flick.
And it's going to be over, but I'm going to say this. LP yesterday came to the gym, fresh off the plane, got in the gym, and he was telling me how he kind of got off social media because he didn't like how people was playing with his name. He wanted to get back in the gym, get ready. So we'll see.
Speaking of Map, Map is in the chat right now, and he's also the greatest diamond thief you've never heard of.
We'll see what he can continue to do here because we're going to take this all the way into Battlegrounds. But this version of Lamar, it's scary.
The level of focus that we're seeing right now in LP in the first half, he's doing everything for his team. Deep threes, hesitation moves, getting downhill, making good passes. Right now he has his team up 21-4 in the first half. He's playing defense, he's blocking shots. As you mentioned, LP is tired of people playing with his name. They want to put respect.
What up, Let Him Cook? You can't wrap your mind around it? Yeah, it's just some people do, some people don't. Do you shoot off the dribble, though, quite often?
Right now, what I'm seeing from this team, they're playing very tough defense. They're staying aggressive, and they're staying locked in. On the other end, we have Grant and David. Grant started off a little hot. David had a couple.
Who is David? Am I confused here? Who is David?
Pretty good moves, but it only led to 4 points. In the second half, they're going to have to tighten up on the defensive end, watch the clear, and be able to play a little bit tougher defense on this team with LP and Bruce. They got.
Oh, David is Judah. Okay, he's confusing the hell out of me. I'm like, is it 3-on-2? There's David, Judah, and Grant.
So like, if you're guarding him, you help. Yeah. Honestly, if my man beats you, if the next nigga beats you, you guys are good. Yo, and top ball watching.
David is the guy with braids. Don't they both have braids?
Whoever's guarding LP, help the next person help.
Broski, be humble though. If you can switch and get a thing,
They definitely both got braids. Y'all set me up with that one.
switch, you switch. Don't expect. No, I don't care. If I'm ready there,
I know. Also, real fast. If LP's guarding you, try to guard him. He got to work on defense too.
Rim.
Yo, Dave.
Don't take no foul calls. Yeah, facts.
Get to your spot and try to finish
We gotta stop. He's hitting bullshit.
Yo, stop. When he's shooting, the other one is watching, just crash.
Box out.
Yo, elbow and go.
Yeah. I'm trying to box.
SK just played Nas. He knows the tricks. Elbow and go. Uppercut and box out.
Here we go, second half
Buying it. Never gets in it. David, the one with the white shirt.
is underway. Bruce in the LP. LP looking to remain aggressive in the second half here. Hesitation, step back. Ooh, behind the back. He's showing off the full bag.
I'm about to say. Damn. Good move. He got straight to it. This is a split. All of you that talk about when I say a split stance or stampede catch, it's this right here. Catch it and see how he's already like pretty much loaded up trying to run. That's a stampede catch. Like, so now he's got LP off his line. Now it's a straight line drive. So now he's got all that momentum. LP tries to bump him, which he actually does on defense very well. But damn, to be able to take LP's bump and still pretty much, I mean, he's got a layup. He just misses. But also your legs are a little bit tired. That's taking that bump too.
That's got to be frustrating for Team Toronto, man.
Judah, the one with the shoes? Is he the one wearing shoes out there? He got socks and shoes on?
Okay, here we go. Gotta watch him. No shooter.
Hey.
Great pass by LP. Bruce just loses the handle there. Grant taking the bump.
Damn.
Good block. Bruce ain't having nothing.
Bruce can do that.
Up top.
Took the bump and still went up and got, man, that's big time. And he's kind of unlocking Lamar, right? Giving him more possessions, rebounding the ball, playing tough defense. Good move.
David with a
Damn, another really good drive here. Again, travel. Hey, that's a travel in Canada. What y'all doing up there in Canada? That's a travel. Can't lift this foot up. Can't lift this foot up before you go. But good move.
David with a rocker. Gets downhill, draws the foul against Bruce. Headed to the line right now. And we've heard a lot about David, how he's able to score in bunches.
David, the one on Toronto's team? Okay. All right.
Carry that over into the offensive game for his team.
David's the one on offense.
Bruce, corner shot.
It's getting ugly. If it's not already, it's getting there. This is not proper representation.
Bruce and LP are making a pretty good team. Right to left crossover from Bruce. Can't get it to go.
All right, there it goes.
David won in the stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 12 a.m.
Hey,
It's 12 a.m.
damn.
right now.
That's a Zay-like drive right here. Damn. Took that bump. This is something I learned too. Like, hey, throw, like try to flop like you're going for the foul, but actually like he keeps his feet moving and gets an angle, and now he throws his arm into Bruce's neck and pushes off. Now he's like to the basket. That's a crafty veteran right there. His downhill drives are crazy.
Toronto really support their own.
It's a great event right now. LP taking Bruce over to the side, coach him up.
David the one breathing.
Should be. Meanwhile, we have David at the line. Can't convert from the free throw line. That's a turnover. In this scene, you can't sell from the free throw line. It's very costly. You got to convert every time you get a chance. If not, it's going to be a turnover for your team. LP directing traffic. Wants a 1v1 against David. Gets to the left hand, gets downhill.
Good block.
Great defense. Left hand.
Bro, he is low-key locking up. LP's hit some really tough shots, but damn.
Good block.
Great defense by David.
It's crazy to say he's locking up, and LP got like 28 of their 23 points. But
There by LP. Dapped up with David after the play. And that's very rare you see from LP mid-game.
I got a question for everybody watching. Would y'all like to see that one-on-one with Judah? Ooh.
who's feeling it now? 2 in a row.
Easy.
I like to see that one-on-one with Judah versus LP. Should we make this happen in a battleground series?
Mad Dog. Great defense by
That's
LP.
what he does.
LP's blocked 2 jump shots.
Good hustle by Bruce. Back over to Bruce. Getting downhill. Foul on the play. The aggression right now is Bruce is just too much for this team.
I love what Bruce is bringing to the table. He's open right now.
Extra possessions, extra passes, whatever you want, Bruce definitely is going to deliver.
Why are rebounds a turnover? Free throws? Because I guess it's just too hard to officiate. It's easier to officiate, just make it a turnover if they miss.
Except from the free throw line. Change of possession right now. ISO Legends with the rock.
Broadcasting Jinx.
LP just shooting efficient sprint out corner threes? What is this? Not overthinking it? What is happening? What is this? Who is this?
Hustle off of the clear.
That's gotta hurt.
And we know that in this phase, straight off the clear, it's probably where you're going to get the best looks.
Most open shot.
Got some
It's gonna
DHO.
show out here. Oh!
LP working out. Step back.
Get
Trey.
in there.
Even timeout Rick like that. Even timeout Rick was like, okay, I'll see you. Okay.
Good shot.
Damn, this is really good defense. Full speed left, stays with him, still there, like on balance in his shot pocket. LP has no shot here. Active feet, still no shot. Stays with him, and then just guesses wrong. He just happened to guess wrong here. Damn. And it's still a good closeout, but like this is in range, on balance, open, right? Like we always talk about.
Trey.
That boy is looking for anybody to high five.
But I mean, this is really good defense. Like, he's still there, but it's just like, this is why I call it, look, LP already knows he got, ooh, but this is why I call it 0.5 seconds of freedom, right? Against a really good defender, you've got, once you get him off balance, look how quickly he got back on balance. It's just, you got a split second. So LP goes into a step back pull up, but now look how close that contest still gets. So again, this is just, I mean, that's high level. It's hard to say that's high level defense when you got scored on, but like that's high level offense and defense. That's just great basketball.
Everybody to high five. He just needed confirmation, and yes, that was tougher than the $2 steak.
And notice what happens here on this shot too. Look at the rotation on the ball. That means LP got to flip the ball around, get his fingers like perfectly lined up on the seams. That's crazy. All those dribble moves, all that movement, just to end up with fingers on the seams and like perfect rotation and practice shot.
Oh my gosh. LP in the building.
LP, chill out, man. He definitely is on a kill streak right now, getting buckets from everywhere, and everybody he sees in front of him is food, man. He's no waste man out here in the 6.
He's a waste man. Oh my God. Hey.
LP with the rock, going against David, getting downhill, takes the contact.
I would prefer in the one-on-one scene to bump a player and go. That's crazy. He got around him again. In the one-on-one scene, I think it's better to own the bump, boom, and go into your shot straight away. Because again, Grant and Judah, the same person, right? David, Judah, Grant, and Goliath are all playing great defense here. But like once you bump and then start to get on balance, like they get back on balance too. So if you can push off and go into your shot, obviously he was grabbing around the waist, so easier said than done, but that's great. Like, again, damn.
Is there any food on this island? Anything at all? They need to make a call, fly a helicopter and just bring them something.
Was Bionic quoting Drake? Is that what was happening? Oh my God.
I mean, they need to call the fire department because LP is on fire right now.
I want to see if we could take the next level, right? Can he do this all the way to 40? That's what I want to see.
Let's see if David has something to say. Pull back, hesitation. That cross looking good.
Hey, God, he had a shot. He had an open shot here too, but then like decides to go back at him. He already had him. Damn.
You know what? Great. Look how hard he had to work to get 2 points. But I will tell you, man, I'm starting to see it with Judah. I'm starting to see it.
Is it Judah or is it David?
So his real name is David. Nickname, I don't know where Judah came from. That's what everybody was saying. They had no idea, but everybody calls him that.
Good to know. Shout out to Judah, a.k.a. David.
Get it back.
Yeah, just overthinking. Again, sometimes when you haven't like figured out the scene yet, there's just like a little bit of overthinking. I think you guys are saying he plays FIBA 3-on-3, which is a different style than this. So you can tell there's a lot of hesitation and overthinking, but I think it's just like, again, just figuring out the style, kind of like what we just saw with Reese and King of the Court.
They tell him to give it back to Judah.
The crowd is
most open shot you can get. Rebound, kick out.
LP is feeling himself right now.
I just want this game to keep going. Just get all the highlights we can get.
Back over to Bruce. Bruce with a tray ball. In and out. Can't get it to go.
I think he used the cameraman as a screen right there.
I mean, Bruce got like, he got to have like 12 points too, right?
And
I said 2, like LP don't have 23.
Same that we seen in the first half. A lot of LP and Bruce doing a little bit of everything. David getting downhill.
Yeah, LP and Bruce make a good team because Bruce can take more of the defensive load. He can still like give you a quality look every once in a while when you need a breather, and he don't need the ball much. But LP then gets a breather, and then he gets to go to work, volume score.
You've seen LP and Bruce do it with LP. Let's see if Grant and David can pull it off. Foul on the play.
Crowd trying to get him back in this game.
He's a robot. You know this, man. Orange shorts is the FIBA guy.
I mean, 3 or 4 free throws missed.
David has struggled from the free throw line.
What do we call those in this game?
turnovers.
LP, forgot about him for a second.
Jab.
Right back at it. Oh,
Hezzy.
Oh, give me that.
Great
Man.
defense by David. Got the poke away. Sat on that hesitation.
Why is that a turnover? Why is that a turnover? Oh, I'm about to say, Bruce knew better.
Judas.
LP was about to give that up.
His arms are dragging the ground. Oh, he
Spun
did a
him
full
around.
spin.
He just spun him just off of the drive. That's crazy, man. I don't think LP's explosiveness really comes across very well on camera.
Spun him around.
Bro, he's low-key locking up, man.
It's the turnover on LP, shoots the tray ball, and it's money. It's a 20-point ball game right now.
Like, he's only a couple times has it ended up in an actual stop. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out there that would struggle to score against him.
LP and Bruce were up.
LP just making it look easier than what it is.
We're lucky to have him. He just got a pro contract. He was supposed to leave. Stay behind and get a bucket or two.
Great box out right there by LP. Corralled the rebound. Bruce, left to right, spin move,
Okay,
step back,
James.
looking good. Corral.
I'm gonna have to message Bruce after this one. Bruce, every once in a while you be surprising me, man. I'm gonna have to message him after this one. Ugh. He gets to his bag every once in a while. Ugh.
Looking good.
Looking like James. Wait a minute. When did he start moving like that?
I think it's the hardness on his feet. Hezzy.
3 up, no good.
Bruce called it, but it's not supposed to be a turnover in 2-on-2, right? Because you hit the ball out of bounds. It's the other team's ball. Whoever touched it last.
They're booing Grant.
Wow.
They're booing their home.
LP for the game. Ball game.
Where did game come from? I'm forgetting that it's just game
They're
point.
booing their home.
LP for the game. Ball game. Lamar Peters.
It was too much.
Way too much for this team. LP and Bruce
This might be the quietest Lamar Peters of all time.
with the dub. Proven grounds has not disappointed.
Yeah, I knew Bruce I thought he had about 12 at that time. So he had 14, 5 for 11. Damn, yeah, LP was just 9 for 17, 8 for 13 threes. There's not much you're going to do that game. Then they were obviously missing their free throws. 1 for 4. Judah was 1 for 4. Yeah, Grant had 2 points. Not a great showing by Grant. Yeah, Bruce 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Yeah, LP had 5 rebounds. I wish they had blocks on there because LP had like 3 blocks.
I always thought of myself as pretty tough. Watching you out here, matching up with you, seeing all you guys, I ain't never been this cold.
Yeah.
Talk about winning over the crowd like you do.
Obviously, you guys know, like, coming to the year, I had a rough year coming into the year. Like, as far as, like, all the series, it wasn't my best series. Coming back to the one-on-one, showing up, not mentally prepared, not there, not ready. Had a bad showing, so it's like, I had to shut everything. I had to get off Instagram. I had to just go back to the drawing board and get back to, like, when I lost at school and get back hungry. I started getting complacent, you know what I'm saying? Started kind of feeling myself, and I got to know how to snap out of that shit and how to keep climbing, because, like, we haven't done nothing yet. We still building the space. We still getting bigger and bigger. So I got to know I haven't did anything yet because we still building. So just respecting the game, and I'm trying to give people what they came to see.
And there's a lot of people out there playing
Man,
with
and when you talk to LP in person, like, so he is a content, like, demon. You can clip. He's going to give you clippable moments. He's going to give you clippable toxic things to talk about, like game face-offs and all that. But when you talk to him in person, he still does that. Don't get me wrong. Like, LP is the same person on camera, off camera. But when you talk to him in person, you get to actually hear this part of it. This is the part that's not clippable. You can't put this up because it's not exciting, but this is the part you hear all the time. And so he's like 50-50. Half the time he's talking about like, yeah, got to stay hungry, got to stay humble. Like, I want to do this better. I want to improve on this. And this is what, like, you hear him talking like this. So it's just, these aren't the moments that get clipped. So people are always surprised when they hear him talk like this, but like, that's just LP, man.
What do you have to say to them right now?
No, I really ain't got nothing to say to them because I always feel the love outweigh the hate anyway.
There we go.
So anyway, the love go outweigh the negativity. So I can't really be mad at that. I done went to college. I done played overseas. And I ain't always have good games. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm human. And I understand coming with how I approach the game, how I talk. It gets like that. A lot of people ain't going to agree with how I approach the game and how I talk shit. So I got to live with the consequences when I decide to not show up ready. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't let that bother me. I just hit the drawing board, come on, put on the performance like I just did.
And that's the reason why a lot of people mess with you. And they always will. Make sure to follow them. Keep up with all the stuff going on. We'll see you guys on the next video. Appreciate it.
Damn. That was a great game. LP had one bucket on Judah, and that was a deep three. Well, he did draw a couple fouls on him that were shooting fouls, but yes, I agree. Like he wasn't going to work on Judah. Everything was on David and Goliath. That like I can't wait to watch him play. I can't wait to watch him play. P4 made it. Thanks for subscribing. That was such a fun game. I didn't think that 2v2 would be that exciting, but obviously I knew it was good because everyone was talking about it. But that was dope. So let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one. LP is the ultimate competitor, so he might seem ignorant, but he loves to get. Yeah, it's again. Everyone sees the clippable moments or the clipped like TikToks and the viral moments or whatever, but. Like that's how he is in person, but then also he's got these moments too that are just like they're not clippable. You can't really sell those. So seems pretty self-aware. Yeah, he just has moments of like he'll just say the most unhinged thing, but a lot of times someone like if it's someone in his corner, sometimes I'll be like, hey, don't do that here, and he's like, no, you're right, because he's so used to just talking trash how they talk like in Louisiana or wherever he's from. You know, he's like that's just how we talk. So he's just used to doing that, but. You can clip that moment and you can post it on the internet and everyone's like, oh, can't believe he said that. But then you hear him straight after be like, no, I don't mean nothing by it. This is how we talk. This is how we are. Good game. GG's. Okay. I wanted to see one more video at least. See one more. If LP would have beat Zay, he wouldn't be this humble right now. Well, this game was before Zay. This game was before he played Zay. So, your argument is therefore invalid. So one more game I wanted to watch. So obviously all of this, it's funny how this just popped up. C4 Mike Bruce, good game to watch. It only just came out though, right? I don't want to react to it if it only just came out, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. We'll watch that on stream tomorrow. All right, I'm wrong. You all right? We all about teaching and learning over here. Yeah, garbage trucks. I was late. I'm sorry. All right, so we're going to watch this after this garbage truck goes by. All right. What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. This video has been popping up on my feed, and actually someone requested it today in the comments. So I woke up this morning, I saw one of you commented and said I should watch this. So it's pretty funny. I was like, oh yeah, I was wanting to watch it anyways. But I played Austin Rivers in a 1v1. This is 2 years old, but it's been popping up back in my algorithm ever since the Nas and Austin Rivers drama, which means it's getting a lot of traction. So this is J-Law B-Ball. Go like, go subscribe. And this is Jerome Randall as well. Jerome Randall, who played against Nesco. So this will be interesting. It's only like 8 minutes long, but I think it'd be fun to watch.
Know that. Know that.
So this is one thing. This is one of like Jerome Randall's infamous triple threat moves. So this jab, so he does like a little jab, big jab into this like behind the back. It's crazy. Watch me get copyrighted for this intro. So one point of difference I do want to point out. When I played 1v1s, typically, if it was with other imports or it was other like pro players, it was typically like this. So this is just how we would spar. And it would be spots. It would be specific rules. So 3 dribbles. It'd be like, wait, did my stream cut off or something? Or are we good? No, we're good. It would be like 3 dribbles, or it would be 2 dribbles, it'd be 4 dribbles, or it'd be timed, it'd be like 8 seconds, 10 seconds, something like that. So we would typically play like this. Now I will say it is very different than when I would be home and we would play 1v1s. When I was home playing 1v1, it was a lot of fouling and hacking and just over the top trench ball, I guess. But I liked both versions. I felt like this was more skill oriented and you're trying not to hurt each other because most people are in seasons or whatever. Whereas when I would go back home, we were just fouling because we didn't want to lose. So this isn't very representative of the 1v1 scene, maybe more of like a TNC style, but OTD style ball is life. Obviously this isn't as representative. So just grain of salt. So like that sort of stuff, like you're not, like once he does beat him with this step through. So once he beats him with this step through, like usually that's a hand on the shoulder, hand on the hip. So you got to go finish through the contact. So those are the slight differences, but all of these guys would be able to adjust to that style, but it's like how many games would it take before you adjust, right? That's the only differences. That's the nuance I wanted to add. This is very Zay-like. Bro, Randall's cold, man. I think J-Law like 6'3", right?
Yes,
6'3", 6'4".
That's 5 straight.
Maybe shorter, maybe like 6'2". Because again, even defensively, like notice it's like no hand checking, no hand on the shoulder, none of that. So it's just a lot more like clean style. Not bad. No! Damn. But I mean, all the same principles apply. You got to be able to play both styles. Like this clean style, can you get a stop playing clean? Like that's a completely different skill set too. You're trying to more read moves, counters, guess the timing on like jump shots and stuff like that rather than beat them with physicality. But Randall, obviously we've seen he can play both, but we talk about this a lot. Get their hips turning into your pull-up. But I think the efficiency, you know, the stuff Archie Goodwin was kind of talking about, the difference with pros and elite players and elite scorers is they can anticipate what is going to happen too. So J-Law, he actually hasn't turned his hips yet, but Randall, Jerome Randall knows like this is a 50-50. I'm either going to go full speed to the basket or I'm going to pull up to a jump shot, and maybe based off prior interactions they've had, maybe last time he went for a layup. So this time he's guessing that he's going to go, you know, I think that J-Law is going to go for the layup again. So I can pull up for a jump shot. So I'd say the difference between like elite pros and guys that are just good scorers is being able to anticipate these situations. I crossed him. Now he's playing catch up. Now I'm going to anticipate what's open. So he anticipates the pull up will be open. You can see J-Law was going for the layup, right? So this is like it's a quick split second 50-50. Like we kind of I got to guess what you're doing, but really good players have just been in those situations so much and they understand tendencies and they can adjust on the fly to where like next time he might do a pull up into a shot fake. Like he can always add layers and complexity.
This is absolute bloodbath right now.
This is 2 years ago.
This is absolute bloodbath.
So again, look at these little twitches that Jerome Randall does. So he does these little twitches a lot. Like you never know when he's going to go. This is a Zay thing. This is definitely a Zay-like maneuver. You never know when he's going to go full speed left. So J-Law's ready. He's ready. He's watching, trying to pay attention. Crossover step, like standing straight up. But then he does this little twitch. Like he does that little twitch right there. And J-Law's like, oop, can't fall for it. And he's like so focused on not falling for the twitch. He's so focused on don't bite on it. Because he didn't bite on the twitch, right? Stay focused, he just shot it. Like he's already into a shooting pocket and J-Law is still worried about watching for movements to see if he's going to drive or whatever. So there's all these little nuances that some of these guards have that are so good.
And I'm going to take advantage of this ass whooping.
So now, hey, get up. You got to hand check him. You got to slow him down. You're too slow to just back up. So now he's like, okay, get a little physical. Got to hand check a little bit. Try something else. Now, hip swivel. Now, again, this is another 50-50 for J-Law, right? Really, there's 3 options. But, all right, he's either going to go full speed left or he's going to hesitation pull up or he's going to cross back to the right. So J-Law is like still like guessing, okay, what's he going to do here? Damn, I thought he was going to go full speed left, but he crossed back to the right. And now we're back in that 50-50, right? We're back in that. This is great. This is great to break down. So now we're back into the same scenario that we were in earlier. The last time Randall did this, the last time he did this crossover, although it was off of a jab, the last time we were in this 50-50, he did a pull-up, right? This time he's going full speed, and he still doesn't go all the way to the layup because J-Law guessed right. J-Law didn't go for the layup. Garbage truck. J-Law actually guessed right. It was like, he's going to go for the layup. So then Randall's like, damn, he guessed right. I better go with different timing and shoot a floater. So again, this is why good players, you can guess right and still be wrong. Right back to the same move, right? Jab right, just to get him off his line a little bit. Now he's playing catch up. Shot fake, didn't fall for it. Okay. Dribble, one dribble to the left, standing straight up again. Back into this little twitch, back into this little leg twitch, going to the left, into a pull up. And it's just like J-Law's in this blender of like, fuck. This guy does this little leg twitch and then goes and leg twitch cross left and leg twitch cross left into a pull up, leg twitch cross left into a floater. It's just like there's all these things you're keeping track of, but all of this is in Randall's flow chart of just like one dribble left. Out of this, I can do 1,000 different things. And he just happened to miss one. What up, Swift? How we doing? So now Randall getting it, or J-Law getting his stuff, just straight downhill, full speed left. Boom, win the bump. Like, keep it simple against Jerome Randall. You don't want to be dribbling any extra than you have to. Get a very good look. Now let's see how they play off of that. So now Randall takes away full speed left, right? He's not going to let him get back to full speed left, spin right. So now he's making him go right. See what he has over there. All right, stream just died for a split second, but we'll keep going. So now he's gone to the day nothing Randall is before, huh? So now Randall goes into this to the right, same thing. So he goes to the right, the little twitch, little gather step, same thing, but now he can do all this stuff going to the right. So now we're starting a new game. It's like a new game to J-Law. He's like, okay, I haven't seen him go to the right yet. And then just into a little pull-up floater. Damn, he's just crafty, man. Oh, was that game? They were just going to 10? Yeah. Wow. So he only used 2 setups for all 10 of those points. Now let's see the difference here. Didn't really get to anything. Now we got Rivers.
Cross step. You got so many options from there. Yeah.
This is why I like Jerome Randall too. He always breaks things down, and he's like a fiend for basketball knowledge. Let's see what he said.
Cross step. You got so many options from there. Yeah. not actually not knowing, hell yeah, that's what he do. Yeah, so that's my kid. Like, I got everything from him. Especially they go force you left. Yeah. You know, everybody knows I go right. So, you know, just to get them back. They don't go for it. I'm going, you know. Yeah.
But it's like we always talk about that because we've been doing that. I mean, he's done it forever, and then I started teaching it like a lot more after we started like going at each other.
Yeah.
And the way he shifts is what. Same with you.
Yeah.
Like you do it like that toe tap, and then just committing with that extra jab.
See, I don't be just making stuff up, chat. I don't make it. They agree with me. I don't be making stuff up.
Now knowing, he's always done it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was doing that shit in college.
A lot of people think like, oh, it never worked until like these things across like that. It always works.
Hit and then get back, and now everything is open from that. Now I can get to facing up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a lot of options for how you can do.
Oh, they're playing with help side now. I like this. Again, this is like a very constraint-led approach style of training, right? This is that move we just saw earlier. So he's doing the thing he just talked about, the little jabs and toe taps into that behind the back. Ugh. Ooh. And you know, the funny thing is, remember when I said pro like scores, they're not typically worried about their guy. They know they can get by this guy, but they're typically worried about the help. And you see that here. Like, he beat Rivers already. He's already beat Rivers. He's not worried about that. He's worried about how he's going to score against the help. That's crazy.
Oh, shit. You need help. Help. You need help. Help right and left.
Oh, hey, nifty. Again, look, he's got that J-Law hand checked him, and he does this pocket dribble. He started doing this pocket dribble way before it was popular. Again, this is 2 years ago. And he just grabs his arm and like completely holds J-Law in place while he goes and gets a pretty decent look. That's a lot of J-Law's package right there. Long twos, getting his hands free on long twos. And again, this is what I meant. Like, there's different styles of 1v1. So right here, NBA, you can still get a good shot off here. 1v1s that are played on the scene, like, you're not getting a good look for the most part because they're just going to foul and crowd your space and hit your elbow and all that stuff, right? But being able to just lift up and know you have like a clean shot, they can't hit your elbow, they can't hit your hand. Any touch to the body is a foul. That's more of an NBA style. That's the only part what pros would have to just be aware of that, adjust to that when you go play these 1v1s on the platforms. And that'd be a turnover too, right? That'd be a turnover because J-Law hit it. But creates just enough space. Again, just the little hesitation with the head to mistime the shot. Oh, that's nice. And they don't need a lot of space, man. Again, this is what I've said. When you've played against guys at this level, you do realize like you have to have it hand in the shot pocket because I mean this is an open shot for Rivers. Like, it's a wide open shot. And Jerome Randall is still stuck. Like, damn, like, I can't even contest that. He just happened to miss. That was good defense. J-Law didn't do anything to really get open, like no bump or anything. Ugh. Again, that's nice. Being able to do that rip through the contact. Man, his triple threat is crazy. Yep, wide open shot again. Oh. Jab throwdown. The Terry Hosley. But see, even that, like, that probably don't get called in 1v1. What up, Rio? Damn, he's done this twice now. This is actually, like, pretty crazy. He does this, like, he acts like he's going to go, and then he acts like he's going to rocker step. And it gets J-Law to swipe, and now he actually opens up that space to go. That's pretty crazy. Oh! What? The hell?
Too little. Austin, I'm just extremely thankful, man, that you are exhausted.
I mean, you can say J-Law's a cone, but he avoided the hand check of Austin Rivers and gets a straight line drive to the bucket. So it's funny how Randall has taken that option away now, right? Like now he's not letting him do that rip through to the right. Damn, this is great. Oh, he still gets it. Damn. All right. Yeah, offensively and defensively, this again was a great adjustment by Randall. Like he just completely took away the rip through to the right. But Rivers, again, like them playing this neutral, this footsies battle to like get to what he wants to. So he finally gets that rip through to the right, wins the bump. Great read on this by Randall. But now he did hit the ball, but like now he gets the ball to a set point. He don't even, like it don't bother him.
Hand on the ball. That's good D. No, what's for D?
Going to 5, okay. And they're all playing by all ones too. Man, great hands. Oh, his... Man, he just covers so much space with those step throughs. Nas versus Austin? I mean, it depends the rules. If it's like this, if it's clean, like no fouling on the jump shots, no two-hand hand checks, if it's refereed like this, where it's pretty much NBA kind of contact, I got Austin Rivers. If it's OTD rules, I got Nas. Unless Austin gets some reps with that and is in shape. Like if he's in shape and he gets reps with it, like it's really hard to go against the NBA guy. But again, it's a lot of ifs. Yeah, when J-Law gets it, being able to shoot over his right shoulder, like that's his spot.
Good move, good shot. You don't have counters, so you got to stop the first dribble, which is tough because you take long steps.
to stop his first dribble so he can get
That's what we talk about all the time. I'm telling y'all, Jerome Randall is like a guru. He's a guru of basketball, man. But he's saying it right now, and we always talk about that. Like, if you can force most of the good scorers in 1v1, if you can force their first dribble to be like left or right rather than like downhill to their spots, then they're manageable.
Oh, Roby!
Yeah, again, you can't do this overseas. Like, can't do this in FIBA, but great move. You watch the Team USA guys get called for those every time they play FIBA style. Damn, that was fun to watch. That was really good to watch. Sometimes it is fun to watch completely different styles of 1v1s. And again, just remember how skilled some of these NBA and just other pro guys are, and just being able to break down like all the nuances that they do. And each of them how they have their individual like flow charts and stuff. Really fun to see, especially with Jerome Randall breaking it down live. It's pretty cool. So let me know if you guys like those types of games. Who you got winning? Nas versus Austin Rivers. Let me know. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun little watch. Out of all the games we watched, was there anything else? There was a couple other games. There was a couple other games that I thought we might get to. Not games, but a couple other videos we might get to. But I'm happy to wait till tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll have C4 versus Mike Bruce. And there should be one more 1v1 or something drop. Oh, it should be another Ball is Life video, right? That we can react to. So we should have a couple videos to do. I would probably keep going with stream if we didn't do that interview that I already did today. When I do interviews, it kind of like drains my mental capacity, almost like breaking down a video. And the way my brain works, when it's really hyper fixated and I got a lot of energy, I can give you guys lots of details and we can add context and nuance to things. But once my brain is fried, I become a passive observer, and I don't want to be like just be watching videos without adding something to it. Nas versus Scoob tomorrow. Are they dropping Nas versus Scoob? What? Nas vs. Scoob drops today? What? Why? Why would y'all drop this today? So that tomorrow I could have one of the most glorious video breakdowns of all time. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's dropped already? Chat. I can't wait till tomorrow. Chat, you better be here tomorrow. We're going to warm up first. We're going to warm up with a game. We're going to warm up with C4 and Mike Bruce. Let me go ahead. I'm going to just put it in my notes. We're just going to get ready for tomorrow. We're going to warm up, set the mood, if you will. What's today? 20th. So we'll go April 21st. We'll set the mood with a little Mike Bruce C4. Then we'll watch us Nas versus Scoop. That sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. So we'll go get those two, and then whatever other videos we feel like doing. But if I get those two games tomorrow, I'm happy with it. So can't wait. That just made my week. We got a lot of content coming out this week. We got that Archie Goodwin interview to drop. We got the Tricky interview to drop. We still got the Jasmine interview that needs to drop. We're going to watch a Jasmine game as well. I want to do those on the same day. I want to try and release those on the same day. And then, yeah, plenty of other content. They did it for me. Good looking out, Ball is Life. Good looking out, Matt. I appreciate you. Good looking out. 13 minutes ago. Oh, y'all get out of here and go watch that if you want to. You guys go watch it. get out of here. You don't need to stay in my stream. Like, get out of here. Go watch it and have fun. Or you wait for tomorrow for the breakdown. But either way, I can't wait. I'm going to rest up. I'm going to go to sleep right now and get my 20 hours. Yeah, I'll get my 20 hours of rest so I can be ready for those breakdowns. Okay. You guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow.